Alberta's pride. Hey, ho, hey, ha, ha, ha.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be in the world. You're watching the Tommy Temper Show. Coming to you at 8:28 in the morning. Up good and early here. Grab yourself your cup of coffee. That coffee's good first thing in the morning.
Tommy's got the mic, keeping it tight. Oh, Tommy Temper, you're a great guy. Battling trolls with a spark in your eye. Conspiracy theories, politics and fun. Streaming from the Rockies, you're second to none. Lake House vibes where the mountains meet the stream. He's dodging all the trolls like a champion dream. From Alberta's heart, he's lighting up the night. Tommy Temper's truth is his guiding light. With a wink and a grin, he's taking on the fight, spilling all the tea in the YouTube live. From the hot tub to the Rockies, he's living it free. Tommy Temper's the streamer we all want to see. Oh, Tommy Temper, you're a great guy.
Thank you very much.
Battling trolls with a spark in your eye. Conspiracy
Appreciate your company this morning. Everyone popping in here. Appreciate your company.
So raise a glass to Tommy, the legend of the land. From Alberta's Lake House, he's taking a stand with the Rockies.
Thank you very much, moderator.
Hot tub steaming. Tommy Temper, the hero of YouTube dreaming. She's streaming Tommy Temper.
Oh, yeah. Red Mama, first in there. Oh, I listened to all of Red's stream there last night, and oh, did I chuckle. That's pretty good. He's got everything right down on her. Wow, I want to hear episode number 2 on that whole thing, just to get into some, YouTube lore here first thing. But yeah, you got to listen to Red. Red is he's done stuff himself. You have to admit that. Like he's not like the honey of the crop. But hey, on the other hand, when you bash him, he definitely hits back hard. And Queenie, she's not. She's pretty vile, you have to admit. She's probably the most vile loudmouth on the internet there. If you say anything about her, she'll do a whole stream on you, but the good thing about her is that she deletes everything. So it's like stab you in the back and then delete, type thing. And she's got like 9 people, 2 mods in there, whatever. Just a complete failure. Doesn't know how social media actually works. Just uses it as a dagger, to stab back at people. That's all that channel is about. Yeah. I should take a tour. I should go over and I'm looking for some rental property in Sylvan, so I should contact that realtor or whatever, or the owner. And take a tour of that property there, see what it looks like on the inside. That would be epic, totally epic. I'd like to see what happens there. Yeah, she probably wouldn't even be there, would vacate or whatever, get out of there if I ever came over. So that would be pretty fun. Yeah, anyways, that's what's happening. A little bit of lore with the internet. I was watching a little bit of that. We see your comments. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Can't make that crap up, that's for sure. Let's see here. What's going on? Oh, got some kind of a message. Oh, it's just a doorbell announcement here. Somebody's at my front, walking by the front of the property. I get these because I have doorbells both here, doorbell cameras, both here at Sylvan and in Edmonton. And I have it set up so if somebody even walks by the sidewalk on the front of the property, it gives me a little notification here. And apparently people are walking by the sidewalk, pretty weird, but it happens.
Fuck all the fucking way off.
Okay, so just to bring the show up to speed here. Hang on, let me have my sip of my coffee here out of my pop cup here. I don't know, it's a kind of a weird cup. I never really, noticed too much about the labels on here. If something green, it doesn't come through here. But yeah, we got peace and all kind of stuff here. Groovy. I don't know why I'm using a cup that looks like this. I need a Tommy Temper cup, to go with the show. Oh, that tastes so good. Let's see. Excuse me. I have to clear my throat here. I just woke up. I sneezed about 6 times here, so you know how that is. You're kind of, full of sneeze and whatever. Have to kind of suck it back a little bit here. But I decided not to turn on my big screen TV. Troy, good to see you in there. Who else is popping in there? Yeah, anybody else in there? Good to see everyone. We got Shillen Omar in there. Hey, Shillen. Looking good. Yeah, I went to the exhibition grounds there and did a wrestling video there. I don't know if you caught that wrestling video, any part of it there, but man, it was fun. It was like I was Ed Whalen with wrestling in Calgary or whatever. Used to be back in the old days wrestling with the Hart brothers and stuff like that. Of course, they're retired and not wrestling anymore, and there's a whole new group of wrestlers doing their thing. But yeah, it was fun. Mama Red, it was fun being there, and it was fun announcing the whole thing. I was the only one announcing the whole thing. I should have been I was the announcer for the video. The only other guy that was there was a guy with another camera. I don't know if he was live or just recording, but he was going around the whole stage inside of the barrier that they had set up there and doing his thing. But he wasn't saying a damn thing. He was just recording the whole thing. So I was the only one giving you the blow-by-blow report on the entire wrestling event. I should actually get a job doing that. I needed a mic, yeah. Well, I was just using my phone. Just using my phone, and I didn't have any auxiliary mic with me. I didn't bring anything with me. I just wanted to... in fact, I wasn't really going to record anything except maybe a few shorts and stuff like that. I did record some shorts inside of the event with some of the people, selling mops and garbage and stuff like that. Haven't posted those yet, the ones from Edmonton. I posted some from Red Deer on my Facebook account. So, yeah, go over to Tommy Temper. Just Tommy Temper, just look for those 2 words. I'm up to, actually, in the last little while, I've gained about, 1,200 subs on, or follows, or whatever you want to call them, over on Facebook. We're up to like 16,000 over on Facebook. One video I did got over 500,000 views on Facebook, and a lot of my Facebook stuff gets literally thousands or tens of thousands of views. We're over 2 million views on Facebook now, so I'm actually doing a lot better on Facebook than on YouTube here. YouTube, I'm not getting much promotion here at all, and hey, I'd like to hit that 10,000 mark on YouTube here. So if you're just watching, if you just tuned in, if you just found my stream, make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, because I'm looking here and I see 1 thumbs up. Come on, you guys, you can do better than that. Mind you, because I'm looking here and I'm watching here yet. 1 thumbs up. Oh, yeah. Just to repeat myself. Let me see. Number 4. 4 thumbs ups. Okay. 5 now. Okay. Doing real good. We're picking up now. Yeah. Maybe at this point in the morning, there weren't that many people watching. So, yeah, maybe that's part of the problem here. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, maybe next time I go out in the real world, I'll do that plug-in microphone, the wireless mic. That wireless mic's the JDI mic seems to work quite well. The, what do you call it? The wireless thing there. So I think I'll maybe use that the next time I do that. Anyways, we're live at the Sylvan Lake studio. As you can see behind me here, we've got a cloudy, actually, Yeah, well, right now there's a bit of cloud obscuring the sun, but the sun is coming out a little bit. But it's what I would call a smoky day. Smoky because we can't even see the north shore of the lake behind me there. You can see a bit of the water, but let me move over a little bit here, get in the middle of the screen. But it is very smoky out there. And yesterday I came out here and we went for a little cart ride around the South Shore here. There were a lot of people out there. It was pretty epic. We were riding around with our cart. Our cart has, lights that flash when the music plays. Every speaker on the cart has, LED lighting. So the lights are just pulsing like crazy, and doing their thing. And people are giving us, we ride by in our golf carts and we're getting the thumbs up. We've got that big, beautiful blue flag flying on the back of the golf cart. The Alberta flag, because as you well know, I'm pro-Alberta independence. I'm a little bit disappointed, though. I'm a little disappointed because I wanted to be in on that Alberta telethon. There was an Alberta telethon that happened on not last Saturday, but actually it was last Saturday. And I actually emailed John Bolton, who was in charge of the whole thing, and I emailed him about 3 or 4 times, and I gave him my phone number, and I said, please get a hold of me, email me, whatever. But he never responded. I never heard from him. And, I found out later that I was actually listed as somebody that would be restreaming the event, but I was pretty dismayed at not being contacted and not being invited to the event. I was I felt kind of ostracized from the live event there. So I ended up going to Red Deer to the Westerner Days and attending the exhibition there and doing that instead of restreaming and being part of the whole event there. So I don't know, maybe it's my background. Maybe it's because I went to Ottawa on the convoy. I don't know. Maybe it's because I went to Ottawa with the oil and gas convoy. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe I have maybe they think I have some kind of a checkered past. But there's lots of stuff posted about me on the internet by Antifa, which probably 99.9% of it is like untrue, false, fake information, just stuff, like they post stuff saying that I'm somehow related or part of some far-right group, like, when do I ever talk about anything far-right? When do I ever talk about any far-right group? You'd think that if I was associated with far-right people that I'd be talking about them on my podcast. But, not so. Hey, what's that Canadian flag doing in my stream right there? Being somebody that's for Alberta independence, what's that Canadian flag doing flying there? Hey, that's not a good situation. Hang on. I have to move that right out of my video here. Hang on. I have the technology to do this. It will just take a minute to do, and we will blast that right out of the picture. Okay, there we go. Holy jeez, what the hell is that Canadian flag doing in my video? Get the hell out of there. Well, no. Actually, I love Canada. Well, I love Canadians. I love Canadian people. I love my countrymen. I loved being in Canada. And the only thing that I don't like is the politics, the Canadian politics, because you've got, the central government, Ottawa, that whole regime taking advantage of our home country, our home province, I should say, of Alberta. We're being badly taken advantage of. And we're like sick and tired of it. And that's why some of us, like me, are, promoting independence, and there's no getting around that. We've got this guy here. And of course, they're talking about there being two two sets of rules. There's the rules for this guy here, and then there's the rules for us Canadians here. This guy here is Lacasiak, and he's with the Forever Canada campaign. And yeah, let's just go over this first story here. This is an Alberta story here. First up here, we've got the Forever Canada campaign that is campaigning against Alberta independence. And you know what? They've been deemed to be not a campaign, to not a third party. They can get their money from Russia. They can get their money from China. They can get their money from all over the world for their campaign. But everybody else that's a third party for Alberta independence has to only get their money from within Alberta, and all kind of rules, and they're being restricted like crazy. But these guys here with the Forever Canada campaign that are campaigning with their signs all over the place. I see their Forever Canada signs even here in Sylvan Lake, posted up in front of properties on public property. Let's look at this little ditty here.
Is this a campaign?
Absolutely not. This is our Not a Campaign headquarters. These are Not a Campaign volunteers, these are Not a Campaign calls, and those are Not a Campaign signs.
Hey, where do you want the campaign sign? Shh. After careful review, we found Forever Canada is not a campaign.
What did the review involve?
Careful review.
One of the advantages of not being a campaign is you can take money from anywhere. Outside the province, even outside Canada.
Thomas, always a pleasure. Oh, don't worry about all that. I already took care of it.
That's why we like you. So to be clear, we have volunteers, signs, donations, flyers, and campaign offices. But thankfully, none of that makes us a campaign.
Is this a campaign?
Absolutely not. This is our Not.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, what the hell's going on here with Elections Alberta? They're not being fair at all. They're letting this guy here run a campaign that's not a campaign, even though he calls it a campaign. And it's just overboard. It's sickening, absolutely sickening. It's like Elections Alberta are a bunch of woke people over there that like the woke Canadian Forever campaign or whatever they're calling it there. And meanwhile, for the rest of us here that are pro-Alberta independence, we're getting screwed, So it's pretty weird, pretty wild. I don't know. We need to do better. There's no doubt about that. We got this one coming in here. Alberta is against the harmful future. Yeah, top of the morning, friends. And you have the power to change the world. If you're in Alberta, you can stand between your family and the harmful approaching future we have in Alberta and that we didn't vote for. And the only way out is Alberta independence. So, we have to kind of move in that direction. We're going to be going all over the world here with news, and it's not going to be in any particular order. And if these guys don't have a campaign and they're not campaigning, why do they have a campaign office? Look at this. It actually says campaign office, but yet they're not doing a campaign, but yet they're campaigning and they're getting funds in from all over the place and not reporting anything to Elections Alberta. And Elections Alberta is ignoring this and going, no, it's not a campaign. But yet all over the place, they're saying it's a campaign. They even have a campaign office. This is freaking ridiculous here. It would be like you have an election in the States and you have one party that doesn't abide by the rules and the other party or the other parties all abide by the rules. So, yeah, it's crazy, absolute craziness. Here's a big one in here. That Brookfield invests in a lot of stuff in Canada, and then they move their head office to the United States. And whatever Mark Carney does, not everything, but a lot of what he does involve enriching Brookfield, his buddies at Brookfield, because maybe he has some kind of shares somewhere in his back pocket that he's going to be getting sometime in the future. We don't know. But Brookfield just invested by buying Greg Distributors, which has, they distribute stuff like things that you need for your car. Well, not really for your car, but for industrial purposes. Like, let's say you want to get a a big plunger, or something, sewer plunger, stuff like that. They sell that kind of equipment. They sell, any kind of widgets and stuff like that. Industrial supplies. Anyways, Greg Distributors, they're a big organization. They've been around. I think they're based in Edmonton, and they've got offices all over the place. And, they Brookfield bought Greg for $1.6 billion. It's like chunk change for Brookfield, and they're taking over businesses. Brookfield has the real estate division where they're building rental projects all over the place in Canada, and they're subsidiaries of Brookfield are building nuclear plants all over the place. And speaking of nuclear and all over the place, and what's happening in Russia? Russia now is under attack by Ukraine, and they are basically hitting these wildberry plants, or wildberry warehouses, I guess you'd call them, and they are all over the place. And I think they've hit, as of yesterday, about 3 wildberry warehouses, and they're like huge. Wildberry is the Amazon of Russia. Okay, so Ukraine has hit back at oil refineries, okay, and taken it out so that there's lineups at gas pumps all over the place, and the gas is like really super risen in price over in Russia. And now you've got the wildberry, and you've got people, that have products in, let's say they import Chinese products, or they manufacture their own products, and they sell them through the wildberry, which is like Amazon, right? And it's like, imagine Amazon getting a complete giant warehouse nuked, or bombed, I should say. I shouldn't use the term nuked. But the people over there are just totally pissed off at getting all of their stuff wrecked, whatever. Have to put this at a low whatever small picture here, but I'll just read off what the people are actually saying here with this whole thing. But they're pissed off. They're pissed off because they're losing a lot of revenue from their widgets that they're selling and stuff like that. So let's watch this here and see what they have to say. Well, because my condition, I can't let people see. Everything is burned down. Yeah, the whole warehouse. People started asking. Nobody's going to give anything back. What upsets me the most is getting run to hell. Okay, yeah, because what happened is just before the drone attacks by the Ukrainians, Wildberry came out with this contract that they made everybody agree with, that if any of these warehouses got attacked by the drones, that Wildberry wouldn't be responsible for it. So Wildberry warehouses are getting attacked, and all of their products, if these people have millions of dollars of products sitting in these Wildberry warehouses, and they're all pissed off that they're losing a lot of money. I can't calm down.
Просто столько сил моих и трудов туда было вложено, самого нуля, с кредитных денег. Столько товара сгорело. На Краснодаре, насколько я знаю, никто не погиб, слава богу. Сгорел только товар, потому что их вовремя эвакуировали, не так, как было на Электростале. У меня сначала сгорел товар на Электростале, а сейчас весь основной товар сгорел на Краснодаре. Никто никому ничего не вернет. Просто сейчас сидишь и даже тупо не знаешь, что тебе делать. Сейчас налоги платить. Все остальные бабки в товар вложены. Грузить.
Because Russia started the war with Ukraine. Russia is fighting the Ukraine. Russian is the aggressor. And in this case, you're feeling the pain at the gas pumps. You're feeling the pain with your businesses. Lots of businesses are going broke. But you know what? She's alive. her child is alive. Nobody hit civilians. It's the warehouses that are going up in smoke. You should be thankful that you're still alive, that your family is still alive, because Russia is going over and bombing residential buildings in the Ukraine and killing civilians over there. Like numerous accounts of Ukrainian people being killed by Russia. I don't know what to pay with. She doesn't know what to do. She's crying. It's a failure.
Очень вас попрошу, если у вас есть какая-то возможность, просто забрать все оставшиеся остатки, там немного, там что-то 300 штук, наверное, где осталось на складах. Что осталось, я не знаю, я вам просто прикреплю ссылку на магазин. Если вдруг вы можете хоть как-то поддержать, чтобы просто тупо эти налоги закрыть. Я буду вам очень сильно безмерно благодарна, потому что тупо я сейчас даже не могу сообразить, что дальше делать.
Если честно, даже нет сил реветь. Вот правда. Второй склад ВБ. Там тоже были мои товары. Мне страшно считать убытки. То, что творится на душе, просто пизда. Вот я вам серьезно говорю. Я так заколебалась собирать себя заново. Обнуляться, блядь. Инвалидность, создание собственного бизнеса, все по жопе, война, переезд, новая страна, без гражданства, просто с нуля, жрать нехер, жить негде, блядь. Прошлым летом я работала так, что несколько раз я просто... у меня была истерика, потому что у меня не было времени помыть голову. Потому что я копила на вот эти деньги, чтобы создать свой бренд, чтобы запустить свой товар, чтобы его создать. Сейчас все идет по одному месту, и снова не по твоей вине. Это, вот, блядь, вот эти подъемы в 4:30, вот это, блядь, непосильная работа, труд, это похота, это все. И потом просто вот в одночасье по какой-то непонятной причине все горит нахуй. Что можно сказать? Не такие метели, ебало метели. Прорвемся, друзья мои. Поплакали, покакали. Идем работать дальше.
Poo. What? She had to cry and have a poo. Speaking of poo scissors, how you doing? You should have come down to the wrestling match, Pooh, there. We would have had fun there together, commenting on that whole thing. By the way, Pooh's a good friend of mine, Pooh Scissors there on the internet. Good. It's a tip of the cup to you there this morning. It's Edward Cam. It's hard to feel much sympathy. Absolutely. Well, hey, Edward Cam, we may not agree with everything, but I think we agree that the Russians are the aggressors. If you're Russian out there, well, hey, what can I say? What can I say? You guys are going, well, yeah, Ukraine started it. No. They might have been doing something within the country of Ukraine. That's their own business, what they do. They might have been, and the word is that apparently the way the whole thing started, the reason that Russia thought that it would get away with the whole thing is that they thought that the Ukraine was, extinguishing Russian people within the country of Ukraine, which might possibly have been happening. I don't know. But as far as sending people, troops, and everything else and being the aggressor, Russia started the war. They didn't even call it a war. They called it a special operation, right? That's how it started. But Russia has lost over, I don't even know where it's at now. It was 1.2 million soldiers. That's how many soldiers that the Ukraine has that Russia has lost trying to fight this war with the Ukraine. It's not working. It's a failure. It's a complete failure. The Ukraine is extinguishing Russian soldiers with drones, right? They're sending drones in, right? And buzz, the drone is buzzing right in and, extinguishing the Russian soldiers. You've seen it over and over and over again. They do in over 1,000, probably 1,200 soldiers every single day at this moment with this war. And Putin, he doesn't care about people. He doesn't care how many people are done in. He doesn't care at all. He just wants to win this war and he wants to take over the Ukraine. I will tell you, it will never happen from what I see. I've been watching this war very, very closely, and the Ukraine has built up such a force with those drones that there's no way that Russia is going to be able to take over. In fact, Russia is hurting economically because they're all, almost all of their refineries have been attacked and put out of service. I don't know what their production of oil is out there now. They're not exporting any oil. They've taken out a whole bunch of Russian ships that export oil and other, goods out of Russia. They're just going, Ukraine is winning in so many different ways, that now they've taken out, the refineries, the ships, the docks, places where they can, export oil. They've taken out trains, and now they're taking out the wildberry, the Amazon of Russia. So it is just crazy as to what's going on. It's like they're economically defeated. Russia is economically defeated at this time. In fact, if it went on any further, if it goes on for a few more years, Russia might be just plain taken over by little Ukraine, and Russia will be owned by Ukraine, and Ukraine will be owning Russia. They've definitely owned Russia financially here at this moment in time. And Ayatollah, hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Nice to be in there. Yeah, killed and injured, whatever. Well, the numbers are up there. I haven't seen the latest ones here. I probably have. A few months ago, it was like 2 million people. And lots of tanks are being taken out. All the things that they're using to fire. Lots of that stuff. Radar and stuff like that is being taken over. Just crazy here. Yeah, and those Russians are not happy. They're not happy because their livelihood is being taken over. Let's listen to this lady here, see what she has to say. Explain to me, when will this effing nightmare end? When will our government stop playing games? First, my husband was killed. Oh, he was probably in a war. Then I threw myself completely into work. On wildberries, I lost 2 million rubles last year. I had to figure out how to take out working capital. Then the bank effed me over because of a credit holiday. Oh my gosh. Because I took just 1 month of a credit holiday, they threw an extra 700,000 rubles on top of it. Just for effing nothing, I threw it down the drain. Because I couldn't close this loan, I had to take out a new loan. Effing debt trap. Then the contractor scammed me. Now all of my remaining inventory in Wildberry warehouses is burning down. I've lost huge amounts in a single year. Plus, I've acquired 4.5 million in loans, not even counting the mortgage. What else? What? How much worse can it be? She's complaining. Maybe that's enough. Yeah, she's complaining about money. She's complaining about money. Meanwhile, Russia is killing Ukrainian civilians on the other side, okay? She's alive. Her husband's not alive because her husband probably went to war against the Ukraine and probably died. It's like they call it a meat grinder, right? Anybody that gets sent to the front line, in Russia, ends up, they call it the meat grinder, where the Ukrainians just send drones in there and just, it's just a drone against human meat grinder there that's going on. And, she's complaining because she lost a lot of money. And, these influencers are getting on there and they're all complaining about losing money. Oh, I lost this money. It's all about money. But on the other hand, on the other side, it's pretty much Ukrainians are being bombed, residences are being bombed, high rises are being bombed. They've pretty much bombed all of the infrastructure that they can over in the Ukraine. So now they're going after the actual people. Unbelievable. We got more people popping into the chat. Hey, thanks for joining us. We got CS in there. Good to see you. We've got Jim in there, popping in there. Jim, Mama Red, of course, is in there, popping in and out there. We've got, who's that? That's one of our, we got Edward Cam in there. We got Ayatollah of Alberta. It's Masad in there. Hey, good to see you. Oh, hang on. We got your friend in here, too.
Fuck all the fucking way off.
Yeah. We got Kit in there. Hey, Kit, good to see you. And anybody else we might have missed in there. We got Troy in there. Hey, good to see you. We got Omar in there. Shelhan Omar, good to see you as well. I don't know which side of the fence you're on there with this big Iranian situation going on there between Iran and the United States, but that war is going on hard. Yeah. Oh, we've got my good friend Alberta Radio, and he's saying that in Alberta here, because we produce our own gas, okay, so we're being charged the world price, which is so inflated, and we produce our own gas right here. We refine our own gas. You know, it's like you guys in Texas there too. So why not give us, instead of $1.82 or $1.70 or wherever it's at right now, $1.60, you know, a liter gas in Canada here in Alberta, at least in Alberta. You know, we don't really care that much about what happens in Ontario or whatever. Quebec, you guys are on your own because you guys want to go green windmill and that kind of crap, and you're like anti-oil. But here in Alberta, we should actually lower. Our provincial government should lower the price for me and all the rest of Albertans to like a buck a liter, okay? Subsidize the price of oil at the gas pump to $1 a liter. That would be the best thing that would happen here. Let's hear what Alberta Radio has to say about this pricing here.
Are you guys all happy right now? Did you wake up to the gas prices in Edmonton? Oh yeah, this is a liberal NDP, left-wing Marxist city that nobody gives a shit about, and even the premier's not doing anything about this, which is blowing my mind. Okay, so let's recap here. The provincial and federal governments removed the excise taxes on the gasoline, so therefore the liter of gas should be at like $1.10. Really. The other thing is the gasoline provided at Alberta fuel pumps is refined here in Alberta, provided by our oil sands. Therefore, we provide our own fuel to our pumps. Why are we paying for problems that are happening in another country? Oh, it's because we're part of OPEC.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. OPEC dictates. You know, that's not right. That's actual financial extortion on the citizen.
Yep.
When Albertans are paying for problems in another country that has nothing to do with us.
That's right.
We don't get their oil. We don't get their gas. We don't get nothing from them for our pumps here. So why are we paying the price?
Exactly.
And then wrap it up with immigration. Well, you have foreign interests that come in, get into boardrooms of these franchises, take over the directorship, take over the board, and the next thing you know, they're dictating the prices to all of us because they feel like it. There's no taxes on the gas right now, guys. It's been suspended, temporarily suspended for the summer. But yet, these guys want to jack it to 180 just because. You know, the price, go look at the price per barrel right now. You know, in the last few weeks, the price per barrel only went up $12. $12 on the global market. And that's what, $72 from the $60 a barrel that it was. So $72 a barrel, even if it went to $80 a barrel. Look at back then. Remember just a half a decade ago when the barrels of oil was like $100 and something and we were paying like $175.
Oh, it's up to
How
today.
Does it make sense? Please make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. This is total bullshit by our government, by OPEC, by everybody. They're punishing Albertans for problems that are happening in another country that has nothing to do with us. That's why we need independence. Because these people, if they're still in charge, if we don't seek our independence for Alberta folks, these people in charge are going to run us all into the ground. Yep. And we're going to keep paying and paying and paying like slaves. They treat us like animals. They treat us, it's like the farmers who move their cattle. That's how Canadians are being treated and Albertans are being treated. We're treated like animals, like cattle, financial mules for the crown, for the globalists and these corporations and these oligarchs. So wake up, folks, and fight back because this has to stop. The premier needs to step in because you know what? People like me are getting fed up.
Subsidize our price of oil at the pump.
You guys ignore it. So it's not, I'm not sitting here and completely attacking everybody, but you know what? Do your damn job as an elected official and grow a set of balls to make it easier for Albertans when we're providing our own fuel to our pumps by Alberta. Makes no sense right now the way it is. Come on. Enough's enough.
Absolutely. I would have to agree 100%. And I've been saying this all along. Why is it that in places like that produce oil, like Saudi Arabia, where they pay, you know, like low prices for their oil? It doesn't matter what the price of oil is on the market. It doesn't matter what WTI oil is. It doesn't matter what Brent pricing is. The citizens in the countries that produce the oil end up with, you know, like really heavily subsidized prices to make it easy for those people to live there. But that's not happening in Alberta. We're sitting on probably one of the largest supplies of oil in North America, and same thing with the United States. You guys are too. And in fact, we're actually shipping over 2 million barrels a day to the United States, right? That's how much oil that we have here. But yet we're paying through the nose. We're paying world oil prices for our oil at the pump. It's an atrocity, unbelievable that that's happening. We don't like it. And, something has to be done about that. We got Professional Chicken Nugget in the chat. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to see you. I'm not sure who that is, but good to see you. Troy, thanks a lot for being a mod in the chat there and keeping a check on everybody. We got Brett in the chat.
Now people are starting to figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, I found a $20 bill there yesterday. Here's a view of it here. Actual $20 bill, a Canadian 20. I found one. It was sitting on the ground there. I don't know, maybe somebody lost it, but I picked it up, and I'm $20 richer there today by finding that one. Yeah. Yeah, it's about all it's worth these days. It's actually worth, before Carney got in, a Canadian dollar was worth 73 cents to the American dollar. Now it's down to 70 cents to the American dollar. Hang on here. Let me do a quick search here for oil price here. Hang on. Oil price. Hang on. I have to actually check and see here because, WTI crude. Let's click on that one here. That's a good one to check out. Let's see. We have popped up at this moment in time to $92. WTI crude is up to $92. So the chart is definitely showing that the WTI crude is popping up and on an upward trend, especially with Trump and everything is going on with Trump. Hang on here. Maybe I can bring up this chart here. Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah. The actual chart. Hang on. Forget it. Anyways, it's on an upward trend like this. Well, actually on the other side like this. And it's at $92. Brent crude is, which is that pricing is used in the Europe, is up to $100 a barrel. So 91 is actually quite a bit. It's only $10 from or $9 from being actually 91.86 is where it's at right now. So $9 more and it'll be over $100 a barrel again. And it's on an upward trend. It's not downward. The trend is your friend. And if you're investing right now, you want to be investing in oil and in Brookfield. Brookfield stock is also going up there. So that's where we're at with that whole thing right now. It's going up like crazy. Exactly. Let's see what else here. Did you know? I'm just going through some of the stuff just coming up on my timeline here. And of course, a lot of Alberta independent stuff popping up here. What's this? Canadian Blood Services calling for donors. Oh, you have to be kidding me. I don't know what this is all about here, but it's not looking good for that organization, that's for sure. If they have, what's with this here? Are they calling for donors in Canada for blood services? And then they put this Canadian Blood Services calling for donors because there's a serious drop in supply. And what? Is this the best photograph that Canadian Blood Services can come up with to get everyone to donate blood? You're kidding me. You're absolutely kidding me. I don't know why they post stuff like that, but get off the pot, as we can say. Can it get any worse? I don't know. It can't get any worse. What's this one here? Keep calm. What's this all about here? Keep calm, and let's stick it. What? To Trump any way we can. Is this the new Canadian thing here? This is the Federalists and the Liberals and the NDP. They're all about like stick it to Trump any way we can. I'm not in agreement with that. We have to get along with the United States and not stick it to anybody. We need to be kind. We need to be good. We need to be like nice to everybody. And but basically, maybe we're doomed. I don't know. Maybe Canada is doomed. We're a doomed country. Let's listen to this little ditty here about why Canada is in such bad shape.
The country's going to be able to survive another 4-year round of liberal, utopian, globalist, environmentalist, net zero catastrophe. And so don't be thinking that Carney's a new guy. And don't be thinking that his stellar resume indicates that he's going to produce some kind of economic revival in Canada, because all the evidence points to the fact that he's going to continue to pursue the net zero delusions that he's already established as the center of his entire edifice of thought. And if you don't believe me, and maybe you don't want to or can't, or you doubt me, read Values yourself. And then you'll see. Read the first 3 chapters and the last 3 chapters, because the middle of it's just boilerplate. It's only there to make the book thick instead of pamphlet length. That's what you do into Canada. Read his book, Values. An hour of reading and you'll figure out who Carney is. Now, if you believe that carbon dioxide output on the part of Canada constitutes an existential threat of the sort that requires us to become poverty-stricken over the next 40 years, well, we virtue signal about how the planet could be saved while doing absolutely nothing about actually addressing any true environmental problems, then Carney's your guy.
Exactly why Carney is not my guy. That's why Alberta independence is the only way out of this situation, because we can't get rid of the Liberals federally at all. We can't, because they're bringing in so much mass immigration, and every one of the immigrants that comes into Canada is going to vote Liberal because the Liberals were in power when they were let in. So all of those immigrants that came in over the last 10, 15 years, whatever, are going to be voting Liberal. And that's all there is to it. We're a liberal country. We're like a giant California here in Canada, except for little old Alberta and a little bit of Saskatchewan. But pretty much all the rest of Canada is liberal, and we're the only little conservative, as like in the States, it would be Republican, right? And, everyone says, oh, well, you're a bunch of Trumpsters and this kind of crap, No, we're not Republican. We're not Trumpsters. Hey, some of us may like some of the things that Trump does, like myself. But, I'm not a Trumpy or whatever you want to call us in here. But, you guys are calling us a bunch of seppies, a bunch of traitors and stuff like that. Every name in the book you can call us because we want independence. But the reason that we want independence is not because we're like self-centered, not because we want to be richer, not because, but because we want to be better. We want to live in a better country, and we don't think that the way the politics are in Canada are what we want here in Alberta. We want to be different than the rest of Canada, and we are different than the rest of Canada. And that's why we want out of Canada. The rest of Canada is taking the money, and really the way it works in Canada is the minerals and the resources that are in the ground and that are being harvested it's the money should remain in that province and not be siphoned off of the province to be given to other provinces. And you're calling other provinces like Quebec and Ontario have-not provinces, and they're not have-not provinces. They have manufacturing, they have jobs, they have their own economy, they have hydroelectricity. We don't even have hydroelectricity in Alberta here. But yet they want our money from the sales of oil. And remember, once that oil is pumped out of the ground, that's it. It's gone. So you're taking money that's it's not a resource that is going to be there forever, but you're taking our money that should remain in our own province here. You're siphoning it off by way of calling it, we need to tax that because of the climate, So we'll call it climate money. Carbon tax, and we'll just tax you. And that's how they're siphoning the money out of Alberta, is by taxing us. They tax us way, 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 way too much. And then they're taking that tax money and they're giving it to provinces like Ontario and Quebec that are have-not provinces. We're getting screwed. We're getting royally screwed. And just like that last bit that I played there, we're getting cooked. Alberta is getting cooked by the rest of Canada, and we know it. We know that it's happening, and that's why we're revolting. In Alberta, we are revolting against being taken advantage of by the rest of Canada. Unbelievable. Unfrickin' believable. Yeah, we got this stuff here. This is probably AI here. So whatever. Yeah, AI. Let's see what's going on here. This is in Yellowstone. Oh, the blue hair. She. Little in. Oh, and the raccoon comes and takes the McDonald's bag. Let's watch that again. This is Jarrett Vick visits Yellowstone. The blue hair and the McDonald's doesn't last very long. She. I don't know how people come up with this kind of crap here, but yeah, that's your AI clip of the day here today. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Absolutely wild. See what else we can come up with here today. Maybe let's move on to things bigger and better than what's happening in Alberta here. As I heard, the United States made some kind of a contract, I think, with a Middle East country there to produce, or to maybe it's to I don't know what it was, but it was regarding uranium and enriching uranium and building a power plant. So I don't know if it was UAE or what it was here. Maybe we'll come up with that story here. Saudi Arabia, I think that's what it was. Saudi Arabia. See if we can find out what's going on there. We have a surface-to-air missile that was launched, and Riyadh crashed into the residential area in Saudi Arabia. This came from Iran. Show you the video on that one here. This is in Saudi. They failed to intercept the incoming Iranian projectiles, prompting sharp calls for Riyadh, that's in Iran, to expel American forces rather than funding and shielding foreign military bases. Riyadh is in Saudi Arabia. Sorry about that. So, yeah, apparently the Iranians are bombing civilian locations. So we have that story just in. Not a good situation. You got AWACS launched and doing their thing. Saudi oil tanker. Again, we got this one story in here regarding a Saudi oil tanker. Saudi Arabia is now being blockaded by Yemen as a retaliation to its continuous, still ongoing 11 years of a blockade on Yemen. So you've got that happening, not really in the strait, but over just to the west of the strait there. And you've got that whole thing going on there. So you've got Saudi oil tankers going up. Now, that's just not the captain's roost, but man, that's the entire tanker going up. That's got to be an environmental disaster right there, with that whole oil ship laden with oil going up in flames in the Middle East. That's one of the latest things happening over there. So that's not good at all. Oh, this is the one I was thinking about here. This is by Donald Trump. The civil nuclear deal. There will be no enrichment of material. Okay. Oh, okay. Being made between the United States and the Department of Energy and Saudi Arabia, which pertains only to non-military use, such as the ones that Iran and UAE and others already have, will be approved. But it's totally subject to Saudi Arabia joining the very respected and successful Abraham Accords. The United States is not opposed to civil, non-enriched nuclear facilities. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald Trump. So, deal made between the United States and Saudi Arabia. That is the Department of Energy, to have Saudi Arabia utilize uranium for peaceful power generation purposes. So not for building a nuclear bomb. Let's face it, there are enough nuclear bombs in the world. In fact, Canada could have a nuclear bomb. You know that. Like, we have uranium. We're sitting on piles of uranium. We produce uranium. Uranium is big in Saskatchewan. And we have nuclear facilities in Ontario. I think it's Pickering, Ontario. And we've been producing uranium electricity, or electricity from uranium for many, many years. But we don't enrich that uranium to such a point where you can produce a nuclear bomb. And Canada has been opposed to more countries producing nuclear bombs, like Iran. Iran is that's the reason that part of the reason that this entire war is going on between the United States and Iran is because Iran is absolutely enriching nuclear material, preparing to build a bomb. At least that's what the theory is, right? So it's where Iraq, remember the USA went into Iraq and took over Iraq, got rid of Saddam Hussein. And, because of apparently them being in possession of weapons of mass destruction. Well, it's different in Iran. They are absolutely enriching. They're, they have lots of uranium already in order to produce a nuclear bomb. That's the only reason that they're doing that. So, yeah, crazy. Spin City News says Trump has moved troops and medics into Germany. Hey, Spin City, I haven't seen you on the air lately, and I couldn't make it to the big thing there on July the 4th. I think I sent you a text message on X. I had to end up going out on holidays with the family there, so I missed that. I'm not sure if you actually did that event or not, but you've been suspiciously off of the internet there lately, Spin City. So I don't know what's going on there. Not sure what's happening. What's this? What was it? Trump has moved troops and medics into Germany, though. You got that story popping in here. Let's see if, you got a link to that one there so people can check that out. Check out Spin City News, and he's got the Angry American doing his thing there. Nice to see you in there again. Thanks a lot for joining us here today. Do appreciate your company. We're just going over the latest news here with what's happening in the world. And here's the Fox News report on that whole deal with Trump's announcement. Let's watch this one here and see what Fox News has to say about this whole thing that I just read for you. Let's hear the Fox version of it here. Hang on 1 second. We'll bring it in here for you. Let's do it.
So President Trump approving a landmark nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia, which will give American companies a major role in developing nuclear infrastructure overseas. The president addressing concerns about the nuclear proliferation in the Middle East with a Truth Social post moments ago, saying the civil nuclear deal, there will be no enrichment of material being made between the United States Department of Energy and Saudi Arabia, which pertains only to non-military use, such as the ones that Iran and UAE and others already have, will be approved, but is totally subjected to Saudi Arabia joining the very respected and successful Abraham Accords. The United States is not opposed to civil, non-enriched nuclear capabilities. So that's a little different than the deal we thought, and that has just been clarified by the president himself. Let's take a closer look. Essentially, this is a 30-year deal on nuclear. What's good about it? Russia and China aren't doing it. We're doing it. We're building it. It's our contract. U.S. company is going to build the Saudi reactors. That's going to be great. Could allow uranium enrichment in Saudi Arabia, getting kind of a mixed play on that. As you know, the UAE says, we'll take the nuclear program. You can enrich it and just bring it back. They're saying in Saudi Arabia, we'd like to enrich it, but we won't bring it up to weapons grade. The U.S. says there'll be safeguards there, but some say the IAEA protocol safeguards are not going to apply to this. We'll see if that can be clarified and if Congress will make them be part of that. If they're going to sign off on it, they're going to get this proposal and they have to sign off on it too. So just a quick idea. These countries down here, they can enrich, but they're not enriching. You got Brazil, you got Argentina, you got Belgium, and you got obviously Iran and Japan. So now over here, these are the ones that are doing it outside. So they have nuclear energy, they're enriching it outside. These are the ones, including France, England, Russia, and of course China, that do it themselves. They're considered known nuclear powers.
There you go. So they're going to be the latest country that is going to be doing internal production of electricity by using nuclear material. Spin City, I saw that, or you said you had a small stroke. I'm sorry to hear that. Absolutely. We never like to hear anything like that, but it sounds like you're back. Let's see, a stroke, that would be where you just kind of black out and your brain doesn't get enough oxygen, and it's definitely a perilous situation. So absolutely sorry to hear about that. But sounds like you're back again. So glad to hear that you're back. Hopefully you're, that nothing mentally has been diminished and that you're back in service again, and that we can, now that you had that the medical services have looked into it, and hopefully you can get the help that you need with that. Sorry to hear about that, Spin City, in our chat there right now. Herman the Tosser, hey, good to see you popping in here. Let's see who else. We got Peachy in there. Hey, Peachy. We got Daisy popping in here. Lots of good friends that are friends of the channel. She-Hawk in there. Hey, good to see you. Looking good. Who else did I miss here? Susan in there. Hey, Susan, good to see you. Brett. Hey, where's Brett?
I've been preaching this shit for 20 fucking years.
Yeah, I know that, Brett. Yeah, I know. I've been listening to you for not quite 20 years.
So
but,
President Trump approving a landmark nuclear deal.
It seems like about that long. That's for sure. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Over the past 24 hours, only 3 commercial vessels passed through the Strait of Hormuz, while 4 tankers with Saudi oil were turned back in the Red Sea following threats from the Houthi movement. In Yemen, which are funded by Iran, which declared a blockade of Saudi ports at the same time. Ooh, it's not good at all. The United States conducted a 11th consecutive night of strikes against Iran, while Tehran retailed with attacks on American targets in other Arab countries there in the Middle East. The main observation is that both the architecture of regional relations itself and American security policy in the Middle East are changing. First, the new Saudi nuclear agreement came as a surprise, according to the Wall Street Journal. The U.S. administration approved a 30-year cooperation in the field of peaceful atom, right, without the traditional requirement that Saudi Arabia permanently give up its own uranium enrichment. The agreement also does not stipulate mandatory accession to the IAEA additional protocol. Thus, Washington is changing one of the key principles of its policy. In recent years, access to the most sensitive military nuclear technology was part of the broader political agreements, primarily the normalization of relations between Arab states and Israel. The new agreement shows that Washington no longer considers this connection mandatory. Restrictions in the agreement certainly exist. For 10 years, Riyadh will not be able to develop its own enrichment technologies or buy them from other states. Oh, for 10 years. What, after 10 years, then they'll be able to do that? I don't know. The future facility must also be built by American companies without transferring sensitive technologies to the Saudi side. However, the main consequence on the agreement is that Saudi Arabia gets the opportunity to gradually build a technological base that will shorten the path to nuclear weapons in the future. If the political situation changes, the paradox is that these decisions are being made simultaneously with the military campaign against the Iranian nuclear program. The U.S. is trying to deprive Iran of the opportunity to expand its own fuel cycle, while at the same time opening the path to similar opportunities for one of its key regional partners. This weakness, the universality of the American Non-Proliferation Agreement, and gives Tehran additional political leverage. And on the story goes. Let's listen to this little report here coming in from, I don't know, ORM or something here. Let's cut to this little clip here and listen to the official report on that story here. Short clip.
In general, we're not the only country in the world that offers nuclear technology. And when countries decide they want to pursue a peaceful civil nuclear program, we'd prefer them do it with us than do it with some other country. It allows us to have influence over the direction that it goes. It allows us to make sure that there are safeguards in place, things of this nature. And in the case of Saudi Arabia, they've been an important strategic partner for us. So it would make sense for us to enter into such an agreement. But obviously the details of it, once it's released, you'll see it, you'll be able to understand it. And more importantly, it'll go through its congressional review process, which is a key part of this, so there'll be a lot more questions answered at that time. But in general.
There you go. So, it looks like Saudi is going to be the next country with nuclear power, nuclear energy, and apparently they won't be using it to produce bombs. So that might be a good thing, might be a bad thing because maybe it's another country that might end up being like Iran there and going to the next step, which is enriching that material. And then we don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. What's the crisis? Some kind of a crisis going on in Saudi Arabia. There's basically they're fighting. Maybe there's low supplies of foods and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on there. Let's go to this clip here coming in from Saudi. Fighting over low food supplies. I don't know. Pallet just came in. Oh, they're fighting. Got bags of something there. I don't know what. They're following that pallet around the store there. All going for the big giant bags of, what is that, flour or rice or something. But some kind of a crisis going on there with low food supplies. With the war going on there. So, it's not looking good in Saudi Arabia there in that front. That story just in by Suleiman Ahmed from the region. Here's Trump, the Trump story here. Let's hear it from Trump himself here on what he is proposing there or agreeing to happen in the Middle East. Let's cut to this story here and show you what's going on there. Trump has agreed to, and he signed a nuclear agreement with Saudi Arabia. What's going on here?
Despite the loss of blood and treasure and mounting political pressure at home.
Americans don't want high gasoline prices, but they're not against the war.
And Brett, tonight the administration has announced that the president has officially agreed to, just signed off on a nuclear agreement with Saudi Arabia. This would allow the kingdom to build a civilian nuclear facility for energy. The catch here is that American companies will be a part of building this out, which would mean billions of dollars in profits for American companies. It has to be approved by Congress first, where undoubtedly lawmakers will raise concerns about whether this could open the door to potentially other countries gaining access down the road to nuclear weapons. Brett.
There you go. So, And for those of you that are saying, "Oh, Tommy Temper, you're just spouting off misinformation," we're actually, reaching out to other sources like Fox TV, CNN, and MSNBC for the official reports on what we're spewing out here. So, yeah, it's not misinformation; it is just plain information. Okay, and if you don't like the information, well, go over to the Cat Rex channel there, and if you want to hear misinformation, go over there. They'll be talking about that. Absolutely. Let's move over to a different topic here. See what else is happening. You've got the Kuzma thing happening between Canada and the United States. That's apparently not going anywhere. Canada, for whatever reason, doesn't want to be communicating and or whatever, dealing with the United States. I'm not sure why. Carney is doing a crap job on that. We're talking more about there's this whole thing where the United States has put a 50% tariff on some Canadian goods. This is the deal here. Doug Ford, who's the Premier of Ontario, has a 21% approval rating. So what he does is he picks fights that he cannot win against the United States. He pulled U.S. alcohol off Ontario shelves in 2025. He said it was an irritant. He was right. It irritated the United States into a 50% tariff on Canadian goods. It was cited by the White House as the reason. Ford now claims Canada can dismantle the American economy. Not likely. Canada trades roughly $800 billion with the U.S. every year. That's actually quite a fair amount. Probably more than any other country. The U.S. GDP is more than $28 trillion, Ontario is not dismantling anything. Ford is not in a position to be conducting foreign policy. It's not a signatory. He's not a signatory to any kind of a trade agreement. He has no authority over Kuzma. He has no seat at the negotiating table. He is running a symbolic retaliation campaign that provoked a 50% tariff on Canadian goods, on some Canadian goods. Then, when the tariff hits us, he demanded Ottawa retaliate. He strangely is still poking the bear. Ford's polling problem is not Ottawa's foreign policy problem. Because of him, Canadian exporters are now paying the tariff Ford's theater trigger. While Canadians aren't paying the tariff, it's Americans that are paying the tariff on Canadian goods, and therefore they're not buying Canadian goods. That's what tariffs do. They make it where prices are so high that you just don't buy those goods. You buy them from somewhere else, either internally or from other countries. That's what ends up happening. Let's hear the story from himself, Mario. This is from Mario. The story coming in here. Let's actually listen to the story from Mario from his own mouth there, as I have just recited it.
What I understand is $28 billion across the country. Majority is going to be here in Ontario. That's why we can't roll over. We have to hit back. We have to, rather than be on our back heel, as I said, we have to go forward, take the offense. We are an energy powerhouse. And we could dismantle the U.S. if we wanted to, if we all work together. No matter if it's the electricity, and I'm not speaking for the other provinces, I'm going to be very clear. The potash, the oil, we're their number one customer in the world. They need to feel the pain rather than us constantly feeling the pain.
Doug Ford said that for Doug Ford and not for anyone else. He did it because his polling is very low. He's become very unpopular in Ontario. There's nothing beneficial about stating what he just stated.
I don't know if you heard this story either, but the other premiers of the other provinces are talking about holding back Canadian Alberta in particular, oil from the United States as some kind of a bargaining chip to get Trump to reduce tariffs in Canada. Like, that's what they're up to now, I don't know if you've heard that part of the story, but holy geez, this thing is exploding.
And antagonizing the U.S. even more. He literally said we could dismantle the U.S. No, we cannot. We literally cannot. And Doug Ford is single-handedly responsible for the breakdown in the negotiations that existed with Kuzma and the US. And I'm honestly starting to believe that Carney and him have some sort of an understanding where he could play bad cop and Carney can play good cop. Because what is happening right now and the things that Doug Ford is stating, he's overstepping his boundaries. He is not in any position to be making these kind of statements towards the US. And he can say, yes, I'm representing the people of Ontario. But he single-handedly spent nearly $100 million, or had budgeted to spend nearly $100 million to run Ronald Reagan ads in America in key states to change Americans' minds. Donald Trump and the US administration saw that as foreign election interference.
That's right.
That's what broke down the negotiations initially in Kuzma. It was because of him. Remember, he also originally said that he was going to shut off electricity going down to America to over 1 million American citizens in the cold of winter. Donald Trump literally took that as a sign of war. And Doug Ford had to walk back those comments. He is making the relationship significantly worse, and Mark Carney is allowing it. And all Doug Ford is doing is he's saving his polling, and he's also saving Mark Carney, because Mark Carney now has someone he can point to and say, look, it wasn't me, it was this guy over here. But the reality is, they have both failed. Remember, this wasn't just any promise that Mark Carney had made, it was the key election promise. And I'll never forget this article. Carney promised a deal with the US. It's time for him to deliver or move on. I agree.
Absolutely. It's time for my morning regimen of vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. So I just took my omega 3-6 here, and now I'm going to take the next one here. You know, I don't eat breakfast and I don't eat lunch, but I do have supper. I'm on a kind of a weight loss program just to get into more personal things here. So, you know, I have to take something here in the morning to, you know, stay alive, you know, and minerals. Most of, you know, people take vitamins, a lot of vitamins, but people forget about minerals. Your body also needs minerals. You get them from the things that you eat, you know, like zinc and all kind of stuff like that. So I take these little minerals here. So just let me take my minerals here while you listen to a little bit of nice nighttime music that I have on my Tommy Temper After Dark program, which I haven't done lately, but I'll have to do that, where we talk about UFOs, UAPs, Sasquatch, and other things that are like weird out there. And look at that. I think I'm losing weight here. Actually, I am losing weight. Let me think of how many pounds that I'm losing. Probably 12 or 13 pounds I've lost already here in the last little bit, probably the last month or so. So we're slowly losing weight, and I'm feeling better, feeling more pumped up and more lively and doing stuff like that. So yeah, that's cool. Let me take my next pill here. Well, not pill, but you know, mineral, whatever. Got this one here, Centrum. I'm not advertising that you buy anything in particular. You buy whatever you need, but make sure you take your vitamins and minerals on a daily basis. Don't think that you're going to live forever. We're not going to live forever. I saw one thing where they're injecting older people with younger people's, I don't know what, something from younger people, and they're making older people young again. But of course, those stories are all bullshit, so I'm not believing anything at this moment in time. But we're taking our minerals and stuff like that. Here's my next one. Oh. Okay, next one. Vitamin C. Even though I am getting a lot of sunshine, you can tell by my face here, getting one hell of a tan. I wear sunglasses, so we're getting those kind of raccoon eyes here, you know, from wearing those sunglasses all the time. Vitamin C I can chew. And then I don't have just vitamin D, so now I'm taking a vitamin C and a vitamin D. Maybe I'm taking too much vitamin C. I don't know. I don't know. Tastes good though. Vitamin C tastes like eating an orange. What was the blue one? The blue one was Centrum, and complete multivitamin, B2, B12, bunch of stuff like that. I know what you're getting at. No, it wasn't Viagra. It was not Viagra. Yeah, right. What was the blue one? Zinc. Taking the zinc here now. In case you have the snivels or stuff like that. Epstein. No, man, we have to talk about Epstein. I'm not talking about Epstein. The whole Epstein thing was bad. Epstein is dead. And obviously, if there was anything else coming up, which it should come up, I don't know why. Why is it that the Epstein thing happened and nobody else is getting thrown in jail over being on Epstein Island or doing stuff, you know, that was bad with relation to Epstein? I don't know what that's all about, but it's kind of bizarre that you've got so many people that were taken advantage of by other people. Why don't they just press charges against those people and let them go to court? And let's hear about all those court cases that are going on. Okay, here comes the zinc. Hang on, I got 2 more things to take here. Hang on a second. I have to take the high blood pressure pills here. My doctor said, Tommy, you've got high blood pressure. We don't know why you've got high blood pressure, but you've got high blood pressure. So, you know, I've got to take, again, it's a blue pill. But this blue pill is actually, it operates exactly the opposite of Viagra, because let's face it, Viagra, I do believe, and I'm not a doctor, so, you know, don't take this as any medical information. Where's my disclaimer? Tommy Temper, I break it down, I report on stuff, whatever, but, you know, don't assume that this is any kind of medical advice, okay? Because it's not, okay? But this little blue pill does exactly the opposite of Viagra. I can tell you that 100% for sure. There's a guy out there with his dog. His dog's gonna piss on the wheel of my vehicle there. So yeah, it's the opposite of Viagra, but it's still a blue pill. I don't know why it's still a blue pill. It should be a red pill or something, or a pink pill, something different than Viagra. Because you guys are in the chat going, Tommy, what's that blue pill you're taking? Yeah, right. It's for, you know, the fact that I've got high blood pressure. And I don't know why I've got high blood pressure, but it could very well have to be with the chat, and that the people in the chat are like aggravating me and pissing me off and stuff like that. And I'm getting all worked up. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure rising right now as I'm speaking. But I'm going to take this little pill, and it will hopefully lower my blood pressure, because that's what it's supposed to be all about. And yeah, hang on a second here. I'll feel more relaxed, composed. There you go. Hopefully that won't kill me. There you go. So now I'll be alive for one more day. So thank God. Thank God I'll still be here. She-Hawk, I feel faint. Yeah. If you feel faint, that means that your blood pressure is not high enough, So She-Hawk, you might want to investigate taking Viagra or something like that will boost your blood pressure. You might need the opposite thing that I need. But me doing the podcast here aggravates me to no end. The people in the chat are just pissing me off like crazy. You got people like Queasy saying that she's running over to the RCMP, doing a report on me, and I'm going, oh man, oh my God, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Go outside and get in fist fights with people and all kind of crap like that. So I'm probably better off. Yeah, right, She-Hawk. I'm probably better off just staying at home and, not going out into public, really, honestly. Every time I go out there, there's like, especially driving, right? You ever tried driving these days? Especially with all the newcomers out there that don't know how to freaking drive. They're like cutting you off. You're on the highway doing like 110 kilometers an hour. You're supposed to be, for every 10 kilometers, 1 car length apart. So, the cars should be 10 car lengths apart on the highway. And these guys, they come by you and pass you and then pull in front of you. And they're like 1 car length in front of you. And I'm going, what the hell? I mean, flashing my lights, you idiot. What are you doing? Cutting right in front of me, 1 car length in front of me like that at 110 kilometers an hour just pisses me off to no end. But at the end of the day, let's get back to the news here and not so much about my personal life and the regimen of pills and minerals and vitamins and stuff like that I take. But there you go. That was my breakfast for the day. A coffee and 10 pills, there you go. One day you'll figure it out and you'll figure, you know what, if I want to, have a plump face and, maintain my muscles, I don't know if I got any muscles here. Well, you know what, I may not have that much in the way of muscles. Well, maybe, I do a little bit there. You can see there's a little bit of a Popeye. Isn't Popeye's muscle on the bottom, though? But there you go. But look at, there's like very little flab on the bottom of my arm here, so you can't call me like a 400-pound overweight guy or something like that. But I did lose, 12 to 13 pounds. Absolutely. I was on the scale there this morning and I'm going, what? I lost more weight there. Hey, great. I like it. And I even had 2 slices of pizza last night there too, on top of it. I still haven't taken a... what's the nice way of saying that? Haven't relieved myself yet. So if I do that and step on the scale there, I probably will lose another 5 to 10 pounds. So it really depends when you step on the scale. But that was, before anything like that happened. So I'm probably a little lighter than even that yet. But my weight is going down. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling good about being alive. And that's why I started my podcast here at 8:30 in the morning. I decided that I'm not going to turn on the big screen TV, and I'm not going to sit there and watch, a whole bunch of YouTube videos there and while myself away in front of the big screen. But instead, I'm just gonna find out a little bit about what's happening in the world and turn on the podcast and come on here and do a little bit of a live thing here. And, maybe that'll be my new modus operandus of, just going live first thing in the morning and not worrying too much about whatever the bullshit is that's going on with other podcasters out there and who they're ramming and whatever, calling out and all of the stupidness that's going on in the internet, and just have a bit of fun with people like She-Hawk, Daisy. Oh, hang on a second. Phone call coming in. Hello, East Indian Kitchen. Would you like buttered curry special? We've got that on special here today. Just hang on. I got to mute here so that I can take this phone call here. I'll be right back. Okay, just had a quick phone call to take there, so that's why my lips were moving, but I wasn't saying anything, which is pretty much my whole podcast, you know? My lips are moving, but I wasn't really saying anything. It's like, life goes on. Where's Brett? Come on, Brett.
That tells me all I need to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, I hate stupid fucking people. I don't need you here. I don't want you here. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, I know.
Now, fuck off.
Oh, jeez. Come on. Lay low a little bit there. You don't have to be so aggressive towards me here. You get my blood pressure up. You know what? If anyone needs blood pressure pills, it's Brett. You know, Brett, you should actually make sure you take your blood pressure on a regular basis there and make sure that it's not over what it should be.
I've been preaching this shit for 20 fucking years.
I know. I get it. Same thing with me. Pretty much the same thing. Oh, let's see what else is going on here. Yeah. Oh, let's listen to... no, actually, let's not listen to him. What about Carney? Yeah. Carney... The results from Carney in Canada show that Mark Carney cannot even negotiate his way out of a wet paper bag. You know, he hasn't done anything for Canada. He's a banker. He's not a politician. He's, he's used to spending money. Spend. You know, and everything that he spends, he calls like an investment. It's not an investment. It's money out the door. And it's taxpayers' money that you're spending. Basically, billions and billions and billions of dollars. And it is absolutely ridiculous. Really bad. So Mark Carney, we don't like anything that you're doing for Canada. You're not doing anything for us here in Alberta. You're not even building a pipeline. It's all bullshit. Your whole thing. Oh, we're gonna build a pipeline, but first you have to capture carbon. Build a multi-billion-dollar plant and capture carbon and pump it into the ground. And we have to increase those carbon taxes on all of your industries in Alberta. And you have to do all that crap, and then we'll maybe think about building a pipeline. Yeah. Screw you, Carney. We don't believe anything that you say, and that's why we're pro-Alberta independence. Because, we don't trust that federal government at all. At all. Oh, okay. We got stuff happening in sports here with the Mariners, sports with the Jays. Donbass in the news, in politics. Jack Smith is in there. Of course, the Wildberries that we were going over there a little bit earlier. Let's see what's trending. Crown coins in Canada. Crown rise. We got travel, Ford. Navarro in politics. The Mariners again in sports. Trending in Canada. Tesla. I don't know what's happening with Tesla stock these days. I don't know. Saskatchewan, sports, Chicago. The premiers are trending in Canada. Fashion. What's this? Ling Kwang. The hell is this all about? Fashion and beauty. I don't want to even go over that story. Of course, the Abraham Accord thing there with Saudi going on there. Michael Savard. Google trending. I think Google got hit with a fine over in the EU. So Google, their stock is not doing too bad. $320 for Alphabet at the moment. Negative cash flow with Google. Oh, that's not good. Let's look at that chart here. Look at what the hell's happening with Google. Whoa. Oh, are they going to not? In fact, people are saying that because Google owns YouTube and the YouTube podcasters are saying that we're not making as much money as we used to on YouTube, which, I'll have to say that. I'm not getting as many super chats as usual. So Google's not getting their cut of my share here if I'm not getting as many super chats. And Google is actually reporting its first quarter of negative cash flow. That's not good for Google because, yeah, that's terrible. So what are they doing? They're cutting back on money that podcasters like me are getting from running ads on my crap there. So, yeah, that's probably why you're seeing more advertisements on my stream here. I don't know. Could be. We heard about, that they got some kind of a fine over in Europe there for whatever. I don't know what it was all about, but, they're always saying that, they're getting too much of the market share or some crap like that, showing you guys advertisements on washing machines and stuff like that when you talk about them, all kind of stuff like that. Yeah. Anyways, they're sweating bullets over at Google, and the stock is not doing all that well on a kind of I would say, a downward trend. If you look at this chart right here, they peaked out a little bit there, and then the downward trend is definitely right in there. The trend is your friend, but not with Google. You better sell your Google stock there before it drops any further. I would say that there's a good potential that, if you look at this chart and look at the very beginning of the chart, it might even drop to as low as you see at the beginning of the chart. So sell that Google stock right now while you can. For those of you that are investors, I would recommend that. And I don't own any Google stock, and of course, I would never take my recommendation for dick all, because I'm just bullshitting you most of the time, It's just a podcast here for fun, but definitely the people at Google are not happy today. Oh, terrible. I hope you do better, because if Google does better, I do better, And thank you very much for anybody that super chats me. I appreciate that.
Fuck all the fucking way off.
And don't listen to Brett. Because, remember, he's like Queenie and I. Hey, Brett, we should have a deal where, like, you hate me, I hate me, and we both attack each other on the internet, okay? And let's make that a side deal that we don't tell anyone about, okay? It's just a side deal. You know that it's happening. It's like Queenie. Queenie bullshits all the time about stuff that she's doing and saying to people, And it's mostly bullshit. She doesn't really do anything, but she says she's doing stuff. Although she does phone up child protection services on different people and report them for being bad parents and stuff like that. Don't do that to me. I'm not a bad parent. I'm a good parent. Look I'm letting my kids sleep in. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here already, and my kids are sleeping while I'm doing this podcast. So I'm letting them grow, because I know that, you grow when you're sleeping the most. So they need to get as much sleep as possible so that they can grow and become, bigger and healthier people, that kind of thing. Let's see what else is happening. Something about Quebec. Yeah, right. Quebec. We don't really care about Quebec. Okay, I'll go into the Quebec story here. I don't know what's going on there. What are they? Is Quebec and Ontario and that? Oh yeah. Oh, look at what pops up here. Are they ganging up on poor Alberta, Quebec? Because we're the energy powerhouse, export hub, agriculture giant, trade access, and they want to leverage, use Alberta as leverage. The rest of Canada wants to do that. And what they want to do is they want to say that we're going to withhold oil from the United States. Remember, that's 2 billion barrels a day flow to the United States, and the rest of Canada wants to, withhold oil. Withhold our oil to you guys in the States there. So that'll jack up your oil prices there, or gas prices at the gas station. That'll hurt you guys in the pocketbook financially if that ever happens. But don't worry, because guys like me in Alberta are completely against that. We want that oil to flow. Keep it flowing. Keep America happy. We want to be good neighbors with the United States. We just want everything to, like, flow and not so much ebb, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Let's look at some of the stuff that I posted on my Facebook page lately. Switch over to window 3, which might... Oh, even window 3 is not giving me a good view of my Facebook page here. Let me just click the Alt button and expand that window a little bit so you can see the garbage that I'm posting on YouTube. Oh, yeah. We had the... what do you call it? The big thing that happened here. The wrestling match. The wrestling match. Yeah. Yeah, I was at K-Days and we had the wrestling match that happened there, which was epic. Absolutely epic. Hang on a second here. Let me just pause that a little bit. Zoom it to the beginning. And you can listen to this little clip. It's just a short clip, but this was the wrestling match that happened at the exhibition grounds there in Edmonton. And I was there. And I was doing the commentary on it with my video. If you missed it at all, this is a little excerpt from it. And there was a guy by the name of Burger King, a wrestler. Believe it or not, the wrestler's name was Burger King. And there was a few other guys, some Mexican guys that, he was beating up and stuff like that. And, yeah, here's a little excerpt from what happened during that event. And this is me doing the commentary. The Ed Whalen, if you know anything about... Alberta wrestling. I was like the Ed Whalen announcer on the whole thing.
If they wouldn't have caught him, he would have been a frickin' invalid. Absolute invalid. Holy shit.
Come on, Ray. Come on. Come on, Ray.
Come on, man. What's going on there, man?
You're awesome, man. You're my idol.
Andere.
Taco. You're my idol. One sushi taco.
Taco Bell.
Kill that taco. No, Taco Bell. Taco.
No. Andere.
Taco Bell. Chill that Taco Bell.
Oh, what the hell was that all about? Sounded like a lightning strike on the ring there. 1-2. He's not out yet. Okay, you got Burger King down on the concrete down here. You got these guys still fighting up there. It's like, holy shit. This is like action like you've never seen before in your life. So give us a thumbs up.
Let's go, buddy.
Give us a, whoa! A sub. Give us a sub up. Come on, you guys. Get your ass under that couch and do something. Hey, this is the last one of the whole night here tonight, so after this, we're going to have to be showing you the grounds here, but this is quite the action here tonight. Check this out. Oh! Down on the mat again. Here comes Burger King back into the round. He's going to try and pile drive him. It's going to happen. He's back in there.
Macho Man, ready? Macho Man!
Let's go.
Macho Man!
Let's go.
Let's go, Macho Man!
Macho Man.
Come on, wake up. Raise the keys, man. Oh! I heard that smack from here. That hard to hurt. Big one by Burger King. Oh, another big one by Burger King. Burger King is going to be cleaning up on this whole fight down here tonight. What the hell is going on? He's over in the corner there, trying to get the crowd on his side. And we saw that the crowd wasn't on Burger King's. Oh! And he ends up hurting himself with that one. He didn't land on anyone. They all moved out of the way just in time. They're all down. They're all hammering. Come on, who's going to win? They're all winded. The crowd is going wild. The crowd is going wild. Oh. Thank God they caught him, because if they wouldn't have...
The crowd is going wild. So anyways, I had a lot of fun. There were actually 7 different fights that happened, if you're interested in watching. That's just the vertical clips out the some of the video on both sides there when you do a vertical short on the whole thing. But if you want to watch the whole 7 rounds, check out on Tommy Temper Show on Facebook, and on YouTube. On my channel. Look at previous lives, and you'll see where I've got the whole thing. We've got 7 different events, 7 different fights that happened, and this one here was the very last one. So yeah, it was a lot of fun actually being there. Very good, very good. Ted Koppel, no, I know who you are. Cut with the BS out there. Be a nice person, okay? Just like I am.
You can't make this up.
Look at, hey.
Who is that? Is that
what?
Bambi? Bambi's grown up a little bit. Look, he's got kind of a black face. A little bit of a black face there. Something happened to him there. He's got a bit of a bruise there on his side there, but maybe hit himself on a fence or something. Is that a male or female, though? I can't tell. Looking kind of thin there. I can see the ribs right there. Anyways, this is Sylvan Lake. You can't make this up. This is...
Bambi.
Who is that? Is that Bambi? Bambi's grown up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that was Bambi. I shot this last night there. Just we were on the golf cart riding around a bit there, and we saw Bambi. So we actually got pretty close to Bambi as Bambi was eating some of the leaves off of the tree there. Yeah, you might have rabbits or raccoons or stuff like that in your neighborhood, but we've got deer in our neighborhood here, and we see deer actually quite often. They're pretty tame, and there's kind of a family. There was a mother and 3 offspring. This is one of the offspring. The offspring was just by itself there yesterday. Again, I don't know if that's a male or a female. Couldn't really tell, but could have been a male. I don't know. But yeah, it was very friendly because I was like, we drove right up to it with the golf cart. We were like about probably 30 feet away, and it doesn't come over and eat from your hand or something like that. You shouldn't really feed the wildlife anyways, but it's a pretty robust area that we live in here with lots of different kind of wildlife and stuff like that. And that was just one of the things that we saw there last night. The good old deer.
Anyways, this is Sylvan Lake.
That was pretty cool. That worked out really, really nice. Let's see. I did a stream there yesterday where I was what were we doing? We were rolling down the road, and I was having some mic problems there at the beginning of that stream. This is the actual stream here where I was at the event, at the wrestling event. So this is both on Facebook and on YouTube. So check this thing out here, and you can see that I had lots of fun with this whole thing. Oops, with the wrestling event here. This is the beginning of the whole event here. Check this
live
out.
on location at K-Days in Edmonton, and we've got a special broadcast for you here today. We've got my good friend Salim beside me on this side here, and my other good friend on this side, Garrett, and Garrett's good friend is over down here. Hey, how's it going? You're live on location. When are you going to be getting up in the wrestling ring?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. I thought you were one of the wrestlers. Okay. Oh, apparently he's not one of the wrestlers, but you can see up behind me, we've got Gustavo Guerrero, who is, I think he's like what do you call him? The main event?
For August 14th.
Or not for here. Okay. They fooled me. I thought he was going to be coming up here. Actually, you don't know who he's going to be up here, but we'll find out here right away. As you can see, we've got the...
Oh, hang on a second. I just Yeah, I just had a quick phone call there. So back again.
The wrestling ring right behind me there, and yeah, we're the other way. The camera's on me, not you. Camera's on you now, though, so you can wave. Yeah, but anyways, we've got the ring behind me here, or in front of me in this case, and if nobody else gets up there, I'll have.
By the way, I forgot to shave for about 3 days there, so you can see my stubble.
To be getting up there, so you guys watch out for that happening. There you go.
Away from the start of live pro wrestling at the KUA stage.
Coming to you live.
Wrestling starting at 7.
Let's go. I know. Daisy. Daisy coming in from Texas already. Daisy's watching us here. She says, "Let's go. Let's go. Let's go."
Like what you
There you go. Daisy
show
was
us,
watching.
show us some of your winnings here in the past. Check it out here. We're with one of the pro wrestling stars here, right here.
Sitting right beside me.
You know what? You should actually let me put that on, and I'll get up on stage there.
Yeah, I'll be the wrestler. I'm the one that should have that wrestling belt there with all the fights I've been in there lately. Yeah, okay. So anyways, yeah, it was lots of fun. Lots of fun. That whole wrestling thing was pretty cool. Look at this. This is like pretty weird. This is like the weirdest thing ever. This guy, he like, you know how Facebook brings up, you know, people you may know, which of course I don't know who the hell this guy is. Wayne Williams. Yeah, United We Roll. That's a group that he's also in. But look at that. We have, how does this happen? It says we have 420 mutual friends. 420 mutual friends. And they put a thing like this up. You can't make this up, really. What are the chances of this, that this guy wants to be my friend and we've got 420 mutual friends? And, you know, and they always say that, you know, Facebook comes up there and they go, you have this number of mutual friends. And that's what that one came up at. Yeah, I never friended the guy though. But anyways, I thought that was pretty weird. Absolutely weirdo. And you've got this person here. Remember the fascist pancake story that I told you about there a little while ago? That was this woman right here that went over and called our premier, you know, said she was cooking up fascist pancakes. Well, she got a hold of one of these, you know, Alberta Independent signs, and then she, you know, spray painted "Vote No" on it. So, yeah, you know, she's taking stuff probably off of somebody's lawn or whatever, a independent sign, and then vandalizing it there. The fascist pancake girl is vandalizing Alberta independent signs. You know, when will this stupidity ever stop? Leave the independence people alone, you Forever Canada people. Yeah, you're actually the fascist, you know. She's the fascist, you know. Doesn't know the meaning of the word there. Calls everyone a fascist pancakes. How can there be such a thing as fascist pancakes, right? And here's from a year ago, the exhibition grounds where there were you know, people doing stuff there on the grounds. Oh, actually, this was in Red Deer. Yeah, this is Red Deer, where the police were arresting people and all kind of stuff happening at the fairgrounds there. So this is in little old Red Deer that this one here happened. Police were like rounding people up and lots of commotion and crap like that going on. So yeah, little old Red Deer had action. This is the Westerner days that I was actually at. And yeah, the busty cowgirl there got arrested, it looks like, and hauled off by the police, along with them, a bunch of fighting and stuff going on, infighting and whatever. And of course, that always happens at these exhibitions that happen around. And you know, that's just the way it is. Oh, there was this one here that I shot a video of here, and
hey, you know, like, come on, down the road with your dog.
Come on,
that's a good idea.
Can't you do better than that,
man? You can't make this up.
She's driving down the road with her freaking dogs. Who's driving that car? Is that Doggy Driving School? Welcome to Doggy Driving School in Edmonton. Unbelievable.
Edmonton, man, you can't make this up.
The dogs are driving. The woman is just sitting there, whatever.
Check out this guy's license
putting
plate
on lipstick or something like that. Stuff like this happened.
We're at Tommy Guns.
We're at,
hey, we got something in common, Mike.
We were at the festival there in Red Deer, and I ran across this guy here with Tommy Gunn Barbershop. Really? Tommy Gunn? I thought, whoa, Tommy, that's the same name as me. Let's do a video with him and, find out what he's all about here.
I'm Tommy Temper here. We're at Tommy Guns. Hey, we got something in common, my first name. And I'm going to get a little hair trim, like the sideburns here are getting a little bit overgrown. So, that's what we're up to today at Western Days in Red Deer. So come on down here. Check out Tommy Guns. They're giving away lots of stuff here, and you can maybe get your hair done too. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Look at, hey, where are you guys located? You guys are in Red Deer.
We're in East Hill.
Yeah.
Bauer or Golden West. That's where we're all there.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks a lot, and thanks for the free haircut. Wow, I like the price down here, that's for sure. I'm Tommy Temper here. We're at Tommy Guns.
And you know what?
Hey,
he actually did give me a free haircut there too. He gave me what I would classify as a buzz cut because he shaved off all my hair. I don't have too much hair as it is anyways. I'm a little bit like a bowling ball, but he shaved off, or I've got that hair around this part of my head and whatever. And of course, I like to wear a baseball cap or something like that. You very rarely ever see me without a baseball cap on when I'm doing my podcast here. But the sideburns were getting a little bit fuzzy, so he just gave me that buzz cut, the number one lowest setting on his little shaver there, and just shaved off every hair on my billiard ball head, and I'm feeling a lot better. I'll tell you that.
Parroting dumb shit.
Yeah.
Now people are starting to figure it the fuck out.
That's right. I know. Oh, hey, look it. This is me when I was live. Hey, everyone. You're watching Tommy Temper Live. We're coming in from Sylvan Lake. That's right.
And
we're at Sylvan Lake.
Look at short for you here today.
Look at I'm changing my shirt, too.
Doing a bunch of
We're going from the black shirt
and we were at the
to the white shirt.
Westerner Days in Red Deer.
And because it is hot out there. I don't know what the temperature is going to today. Probably 27 degrees or whatever. That's hot for up here in Canada. We're in a bit of a, we got rid of that rain and the cloudiness and whatever, and it's trying to be sunshine out there today. I'm just looking out the window. Wow, I can look right behind me here too. And the sun is trying to pop out there, but it's a little bit, I would say, foggy or smoky, not foggy, but smoky out there. So there's smoke in the air. So that's obscuring the sun a little bit, but it's also keeping the heat in. So we're probably going to be going up to 27 degrees or something like that here today. It is hot, and you don't want to be wearing a black shirt. In fact, I ordered some Tommy Temper hats that are white with black on the top here so that I can wear a white Tommy Temper hat. Right now I'm wearing that Alberta Independence blue hat with a logo, the Alberta, wrong side here. The Alberta logo on this side. And I should actually put on the studio cam with my flag in the back there. We're pro Alberta independence. We're still flying that blue flag, and you can see in front of the mountains. And where I live right now, right here in Sylvan Lake, you cannot see the mountains from here. But this is absolutely the foothills. Absolutely, this is foothills to the mountains. And if you were to drive probably no more than about 45 minutes to the west from here, you will see the Rocky Mountains because they're out there. They don't look like this because you're not quite that close. But the closer you drive, well, then you get into the mountains that look like this with snow on the mountains there. Even in the summertime, there's snow up there because they are high. Our elevation here is actually quite high where I'm at. Like when you go to cook stuff, it doesn't matter what I buy from the store. I don't care if it's macaroni or pizza or frozen pizza or frozen anything or whatever it says on the package. If it says to cook it for 15 minutes, well, it probably won't even be done after 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it takes longer to cook things. When you're boiling water and stuff like that, it takes longer to, get stuff, like, let's say you're cooking noodles or something like that. Normally at probably sea level, they cook, at a certain time, but where we're at here, it just seems like it takes longer to cook stuff. So whatever the package says, you may as well add, 5 or 10 minutes onto that cooking time to get stuff cooked where we're at here. The only thing that actually doesn't work too bad here is the microwave oven. I think they work okay at all different sea levels. But we're very close to the mountains here anyways, in the foothills. As the land kind of rises up and up and up, the closer to the mountains that you get. And that's kind of where we're at here. It's foggy. I can't even see the other side of the shore. If I put this photo back up there again, you can see... Oh, maybe you can't see. You can see that on this particular day, you can see the water, and then you can see in fact, it was even smoky on that day. You can see smokiness on the shoreline on the other end of the water there. But definitely clearer on that day than it is today. Today, it's just, smoky out there. So, we can actually do better. Deb's Crazy Daily. Hey, good to see you. I like the fact that you're Russian, Roman, and Italian. And what's that about? Russian hands and Roman fingers? What's that joke about there? Romans, friends, countrymen. I like that saying. But good to see you there, Deb's Crazy Daily in the chat. Whoa, big ups to you. Thanks a lot for joining us here on the Temper Show. We like all of the friends being in the chat here. Good to see you, K9, popping in there. Good to see you, K9. Big ups to you. Thanks a lot for enjoying us here. Thanks a lot for all the chat going on there. We got Phoenix Tide in there, coming in there. Thanks a lot, by the way, anybody that has donated to my channel in the past and become a member of my channel. I know I don't give a lot of recognition to a lot of the people that, have donated and become members of my channel. But if you're a member of my channel, thank you very much. You can hit that join button at the bottom there on your YouTube channel. All the other places where I stream, like Kick, Facebook, Twitch, and X. I'm not monetized on any of those streams. I'm only monetized on the Tommy Temper Show on YouTube. I'm also coming to you on PressPad on YouTube, Local Celebrities, and Channel Reviews. I'm not monetized on any of those channels. So come on over here to the Tommy Temper Show. People say, hey, they're watching on Facebook, and we go, Tommy, what's going on with all those comments on your show there? I see them coming up on your screen and crap like that, but I don't see it on my platform. Well, that's because you're watching over on Fascist Book there or some other platform, and everyone comes over here to YouTube and comments here, just like Christine on there. Hey, Christiane, Amanpour. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Wait, I look delicious. Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Al Munson is going, hey, Tommy, you've your neck looks like it's joined onto your head there. Look at that. My neck is thinning out. I'm losing weight. I lost about 13 pounds in the last month or so, and my weight is going down almost every time I step onto that scale. Especially if I've taken a my weight is definitely gone down. I lose about 5 to 10 pounds just by doing that activity. But I'm feeling good. My neck is definitely thinning out a little bit here, and we're feeling a lot better than I used to. That is 100% for sure. Oh, look at, I actually met up with this guy here, and this is titled Too Cool guys.
Bake, brother. Shake and bake, man. Hey, what do you got? What do you guys do down here today?
Dr. Lloyd is lowering down bills there. Let the doctor do his work.
Okay, yeah, we got it.
Yeah, everyone's up here. I'm bringing the weed down here.
Okay, man, you're with direct energy. You're with power and stuff like that. Yeah. Where can I get a windmill or a solar panel or something like that?
No, just lower rates. All right, shake and bake, brother.
Low rates. Okay, well, come on down here. Where are you?
We are down in Red Deer over here and Western Days,
Western, at the Westerner, what is it, the barn? Or
barn, yeah. Right
barn.
next to the free barbecue, too, as well.
Oh, the free barbecue.
There's a free barbecue.
Okay, come on down.
Come on down.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Shake and bake, brother.
Catch you later, man.
All right, later. Bake, brother.
Shake and bake, man.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
what do you got?
shake and
What do you guys
bake,
do
yeah,
down
right.
here today?
Okay, yeah, as you can see, we were having fun at the Westerner Days there. And I actually did a few videos in Edmonton there as well, at the K-Days in Edmonton. And actually, it's funny because I met up with him again. He was in Red Deer, I did that video. And then in Edmonton, I did a video with him again because I ran into him again. Shake and bake, yeah, exactly. But I never posted that video, so I can't show you the latest one. But we had fun. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, I went in there and I was bugging lots of people about the whole thing. And it was absolutely epic. We had lots of fun. Let's check this one out here. This one here is... hang on. Let me just turn the volume down on this one here. Hang on. Turn that one right off. Oh, why is it not disconnecting the audio on that one? This one here is the big storm that passed through the area. And check this out. This is the... You might wonder, what does a crow do during a storm? And I wondered about this myself. Like, what do birds do? Where do birds hang out during a big storm? Well, I guess they just go into a tree and just hang on for dear life, you know. The camera is still, with this video, the camera is not moving. This is the branches on the evergreen on the spruce tree that the crow is hanging on to there. And he or she is just barely hanging on for life there. And the crow was there for quite a bit of the storm and then flew off somewhere else there. But yeah, it was a little bit too windy for the bird to be flying. And this is the storm that brought in tornadoes. 45 minutes west of Sylvan Lake, there was a tornado that touched down. And this is kind of what it was like during that storm. Super high winds. And I recorded this video here on Saturday, the whatever it is there, the 18th. Saturday the 18th. This is about 7 o'clock in the evening. And you can see the timestamp on the bottom there. But it was really windy, and the birds were just hanging on for life. And that is right outside my window. Right outside my window here is where I recorded that. So, yeah, things were really hopping, that's for sure. Absolutely hopping. What else happened there? Oh, it was funny. I have this thing here. You guys, I don't know if you're familiar with this thing here. I'm not promoting anything here on my channel here, but I've got this thing here. Of course, it looks like a pair of headphones, but it's an air blower. Air gets sucked into these two earpiece pieces here, and then the air blows out of this whole thing. You put it on like this, pointing upward, and it just keeps your neck really nice and cool. Nice and cool. Check. Oh, I just turned down my earphone here. I can't hear myself there. There we go. But it keeps your neck nice and cool. And I had one there at the exhibition grounds, and we found a table where nobody was sitting there. And then I decided, hey, we're going to do a prank here, and we'll do a prank by selling something or other at the booth here. And I decided to sell the air conditioning unit there. And this is part of it here. I don't actually show the prank part of it here, but this is the setup on the whole thing. Let's see.
At the days in Red Deer, and
let me start it over
we were
here.
after here. And guess what? We've got a booth here at the
festival at the Western Days in Red Deer, and we were actually selling this product here at this booth here. And it's just a prank though, right? It's a prank booth, right? But this couple came up here and they tried it on and they wanted to buy this off of me. Can you believe that? We should actually be selling these down here. Yeah, can't make this shit up. We're down here at Western Days, Tommy Temper Show, having fun. See you later. Yeah. Going Tommy Temper here. And so, guess what? We've got a booth. Did that prank, and yeah, that was fun doing that. I was having lots of fun down there. We were doing all kind of stuff, and then walking up to vendors that are selling crap and bugging them about their products and stuff like that, and doing the odd video with people. And yeah, some of the stuff got posted. There's this lady here that...
Hi, everybody. I'm Teresa from Sylvan Lake, and this is my brand and company called Pocket. We make them in Sylvan Lake for all of you that want to go out walking, jogging, or hiking with all your cards, keys, cash, lip balm. If you're golfing, you can put your scorecard in here. You can find us at www.poccot.com. Yeah.
So... yeah, she was also another nice lady there. From Sylvan Lake, too. Yeah, she's right from Sylvan Lake, from right where I live here. And she's got her product that she was selling there. So that was nice to see her down there. Yeah, I actually did a video there. And it was hot, too. Really hot. You can see here behind me is a shot, and it's like 29 degrees. At Westerner Days here today in Red Deer at the, I think it's the Westerner Park here, and it's a virtual mecca of people down here. You've got all kind of rides and stuff going on, and I'm going to go inside of the pavilion here right away and check out some of the people that are selling mops and hand cream and crap like that right into that building right there, because it's 29 freaking degrees out here, and even with this little cooler here, we're sweating. So, hey, check out some action inside. Yeah. I just got that little device there. So, yeah, my wife brought it and gave it to me there and said, here, try this thing on. But it actually does work. It does work. I would absolutely recommend that you buy one of those little air conditioner devices there. It blows cool air. Well, not cool air, hot air. It blows hot air onto your neck. It doesn't decrease the temperature of the air at all. But if you know how you sweat a little bit, and then what that air does is it, blows the sweat off of your neck and whatever, and it cools you down. How the reason that you sweat is to cool down. So this kind of helps that sweat to come off of your skin and then to cool you down. So absolutely would recommend that you get one of those things. It's definitely a lifesaver on a hot day. If I lived anywhere like you guys, like Daisy down in Texas or something like that, I absolutely would be wearing one of those things. There's no doubt about that. It's just plain craziness to be outside during hot temperatures. So we got Ted Koppel in there. Hey, Ted, good to see you. Thanks a lot for showing up for the big shoe here today. Yeah, anyways, we did lots of stuff. Oh, what's the biggest one I did here? There's the police one. Let me bring that one up here. You will never believe it, but we actually got a lot of views on this one video on Facebook. If I can bring it up here. Hang on a second here. Bring up the right video here. Okay, here we go. This is the one. Because it's a Facebook one. Gee whiz. Okay, I'll just kind of roll it a bit here. Okay, this is the one where I got a lot of views on this one here. And we did pretty well on this one here. I got, with this video, this next video here, I got, if you know anything about Facebook, this one got 1.6 thousand reactions, 580 comments, and 149 shares, and probably about 550,000 views on this video. Okay. Now, if you know anything about Facebook or YouTube or anything like that, you're probably lucky to get 1,000 views. You're probably even luckier yet to get 100,000 views. But I would say that a video would be extremely viral if you got 500,000 views. And this video got over 550,000 views. This video got. So, yeah, you'll watch here right away and just listen carefully to the audio on this video, and you'll know why it got the number of views that it got. It got pretty much by the reaction, and it's kind of a reaction video. I shot this right here in Sylvan Lake. I was just happened to be over hanging out on the beach there, having fun, and then I turned around and I looked and I go, oh, there's a bunch of RCMP over there. So I just kind of popped across the street right at the right time as this vehicle rolled in here. But just listen carefully to the audio here. He's pissed off.
Uh-oh. Looks like action down at the motel. Every day, pretty much.
She trips over the door.
Can't make this stuff up.
Tommy, we don't need video.
Did you hear that?
Tommy, we don't need video.
That's what got the 500,000 views, is that comment, believe it or not, because people picked up on that. And they go, hey, the RCMP know you, Tommy.
Uh-oh.
And they
win in the room up there.
Video. And people are going, hey, you've got a right to video. You know, if you're in public. And I was standing on the sidewalk there, by the way. I wasn't on
It's like they're trying to get him out of the room, maybe.
They're trying to get some people that are doing stuff, whatever, out of some rooms and stuff like that. It was like a landlord-tenant dispute.
So it's pretty much action down here almost every day. Look at this. You've got 4 police cars, 4 RCMP down here. And
it's pretty much the whole detachment.
Now he's in that room upstairs there. They're doing their thing. Of course, the RCMP are just doing their job, just trying to keep the peace. So, you know, I've got nothing negative to say about the RCMP, that's for sure. But, yeah, it's just always some kind of action down here at this motel. The beachfront resort is what it is. But apparently they don't need video down here from me, so... But, you know, it's your constitutional right to...
Well, charter within the Canadian Constitution.
Video anything in public.
Charter right.
So, yeah. This happens to be public here right now. And the guy that's in that room upstairs, I think this is who he's with here, this girl. Over there. She's not too happy. And, it looks like they've got the door open a little bit there, and they're talking to the guy that's inside there. But it's the old landlord-tenant dispute here, where there's apparently people living here, and the landlord, the people with the motel, want some people out of the motel is basically what it's about here. Pretty much an ongoing thing at the motel.
Every time I go here, there's food.
Yeah, pretty much every time I even come by here, there's police cars down here, RCMP. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah. So anyways, that was the video. That was it. And I kind of cut it there and whatever. No, you know, there wasn't too much else worth recording that I saw. Well, Actually, there was earlier, before those guys arrived, there was a little bit more action happening there. Let me cut to that video that I shot just before that, where they were locking up a guy in handcuffs. So they did actually take a guy away from that location, as you can see here in this video. Put the handcuffs on him and searched him and loaded him into the car.
Just another day in Sylvan Lake.
Yeah, pretty much. Just another day.
And it's a busy day too.
You know, but
the
of course,
is complete.
You know, when people are working on the job, part of it probably union. I don't know if RCMP are union or not, but I know that unionists definitely don't like being videoed on while they're working. There's no doubt about that. But if you're a public servant and you're in the public and other people are in public, expect to be videoed. You know, like expect it. Expect that it's going to happen. And don't try and stand in the way of the media, you know. And let's face it, when I get 500,000 views on a video, I'm the media. I'm now the media. I'm not just, you know, some guy with a YouTube channel anymore or a Facebook page, you know. Like, I get the numbers. The numbers are out there. You know, I'm not trying to give myself a pat on the back, but, you know, if I want to say something in public, you know, or do something, you know, like I know I'm being shadow banned on Facebook with my videos, with my live videos, absolutely. But my posts, especially my little vertical posts on Facebook, are getting literally thousands and thousands and thousands of views. So if I want to say something, I go on Facebook, I go vertical, I do my thing, whatever, we get the big numbers on the views. But yeah, you know, stuff happens in Sylvan Lake, and you know, I don't care whether it's good or bad. You know, I'm gonna be there, and if I'm standing there, my little cell phone is, you know, my video camera. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna do a video, and I'm gonna post it. And I don't give a shit what anybody else says out there. That's it. If you don't like the publicity, well, don't be out in public. If you're a civil servant and you are out in public, expect that, you know, it's not private, okay? You're in public, and you know, those anybody else that's out in public has a constitutional right in Canada, anyways, to and it's a charter right as well. So people are going to argue about that, but in Canada we do have a constitution, and we do have a charter under the constitution, is how it works. So yeah, it might happen.
Completely full of people.
See, the beach was full. And for those of you that are going, oh, Tommy Temper, you're a creep because you're videoing children on the beach. Yeah, I'm videoing people on the beach. You know, and there might be children there. There might be adults there. There might be ladies in bikinis. There might be guys in whatever. It's life. It's life. Get used to it, you know. And I'm not just, you know, I have children myself. I have kids myself, you know. I'm not some kind of a creeper out there videoing, you know, children or whatever. I'm videoing life as it is in public. So if I want to do a video where I scan across the beach and say, look at how busy it is down here, and you guys come out and go, oh, Tommy Tipper, you're just a creeper. You guys are so freaking liberal. In fact, you're probably the people that dress up like dogs and cats and crap like that and do like weird stuff, you know, and you're criticizing me. Like, come on. Oh, and this guy here
looks like one arrest.
Yeah, you can see with no shirt on there. He actually comes running up to me and he goes, I know you, aren't you Tommy Temper? And I'm going, oh my God, you know, like people are getting to know me. Even the cop knows me. This guy knows me. It's like so many people know me now in Sylvan Lake because I post stuff on the Sylvan Lake Facebook groups there. If you're on Facebook and you're in a Sylvan Lake group, well, then you definitely know Tommy Temper.
And in the police car at the moment, or detained anyway.
Crime in Canada. This is another issue of crime in Canada. And this guy, he was one of the residents in one of the motel rooms there, and I don't know what happened because it happened before I got there. So apparently, in fact, I should actually talk to the other guy that is still there and find out what happened to this guy here, what he did wrong that ended up him in the police car. But anyways, that was like part of what's happening down here. Crime in America is saying that he talked to RCMP. And yeah, they didn't have much good to say about Queenie. You had to talk to them about Queenie. Yeah, so I don't know what you found out or what they said about her, but I know that when I was at the RCMP office, and I just casually was talking about Queenie to the RCMP, that I won't say what they said, but I will say that they didn't have anything good to say about Queenie. That is a fact. So, I'm not trying to start any argument or infighting or stuff like that, but, I know that Queenie likes running to the RCMP and, belly aching to them about crap that's going on. I'm being stalked. People are watching me. People are saying they're going to come over to my garage sale or yard sale. She doesn't even have a garage. She's living in the trailer park there. Yeah, it's, she's just so paranoid. She's so paranoid. She calls everyone out. She calls people predators and all kind of stuff. She's called people names ever since she's gotten onto YouTube. And then when anybody says anything about her, it's like, oh, right away she's running to the RCMP. Like, it's so pathetic. It's so childish. It's unbelievable. And as far as I'm concerned, go for it. Go for it. Go and blab all you want to the RCMP. All it is you're just wasting their time. You're wasting your time. And nobody's going to get arrested for anything because there is nothing that that you're saying that is criminal activity. Yeah. K9, you're the one posting kids pics. Yeah. I absolutely do video people out, and there might very well be kids there, and I don't edit stuff that I post. I'm not in particular taking pictures of children or children and doing lewd things or stuff like that. But if there happen to be families and stuff like that, hey, they're going to be a part of the video. And that's all there is to it. So suck it up, K9. Hey, are you one of the lefties that are, dress up like a dog or a cat or stuff like that and go meow, 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 and then complain about guys like me that are just out there, having fun and videoing stuff out there and real life stuff? Like, come on, smarten up a little bit there. Hey, but anyways, that's part of the Facebook segment of the show here. Stuff that I was doing. Let's get back to what's going on in the real world here. Look at more stuff happening in the news that we can talk about here. Who's actually big on the news? Tehran is with the military. Tehran and Iran is actually taking a beating. Not confirmed, but tonight's tactic looks familiar. Israel, minutes before the U.S. strike, swarms of small drones reportedly exposed Iran's air defense positions around Tehran. Once revealed, the U.S. struck it successfully. So that actually happened there last night. So the U.S. is hammering the positions in Tehran by the looks of it. And this video is coming out here. This is actually fire in Tehran. So basically, they're exposing the spots where the fire is coming from, and then the U.S. is attacking those exact spots. So that's what that whole shot is about there. Let's see. Mossad are everywhere in Tehran. It's time. Yeah. Lots of people are happy about that. We've got this shot here where, the Americans are attacking Tehran, and this little meme came out here, and you can see the aircraft bombing Iran all over the place, and there's the Islamic regime that are running for cover all over the place. So that's basically, the gist of what's happening there today over in Iran. The U.S. is dominating. But, so far, I don't know that the U.S. has any kind of boots on the ground within the country of Iran. They're basically just using bombs and, warfare from the U.S. Aircraft, the military, and they're basically taking out every spot that they know that is, being occupied by the Iranians. That's what's happening. So I guess if anything does really land, or any landings of the Americans on the territory, which, I thought that would happen a long time ago. The boots on the ground thing. I thought they would be taking over some territory there by now, but apparently they want to bomb whatever they can before that might happen. Whether it will happen or not, I don't know. I guess we'll see in the future whether or not that actually happens. But it's a big thing that's happening there. Let's listen to this story here coming in from, let's see, I'm not sure, MS Now. MS Now is the source on this one here. Let's listen to this. Pentagon leaders hold a briefing on the Iranian war. Let's listen to a bit of this briefing here.
Finding and fixing their leaders and their military leaders. Flying over Tehran, flying over Iran, flying over their capital, flying over the IRGC. Iranian leaders looking up and seeing only U.S. and Israeli air power every minute of every day until we decide it's over. And Iran will be able to do nothing about it. B-2s, B-52s, B-1s, Predator drones, fighters, controlling the skies, picking targets. Death and destruction from the sky all day long. We're playing for keeps. Our warfighters have maximum authorities granted personally by the president and yours truly. Our rules of engagement are bold, precise, and designed to unleash American power, not shackle it. This was never meant to be a fair fight, and it is not a fair fight. We are punching them while they're down, which is exactly how it should be.
Yeah. I'm just looking at that comment there by Troy. Troy's got that comment there. He says, remember when we were supposed to be liberating the people of Iran? Now it's decimating the infrastructure of that country, and the people are totally cool with it. It's so bizarre. Well, you've got the Islamic regime, which is the Muslim contingent, right? They're the ones that have taken over Iran. And then you've got the people that are the Christians, or the Persians. And actually, Iran is a Persian country. And it's a Christian country. And the Christians were taken over by the Islamic regime and forced into Sharia law and things like that. Like back in the day, Iran was like a free country. You had women wearing bikinis on the beach, miniskirts, no burqas. It was like, a Western country. And then the Islamic regime moved in there and then forced them into Sharia law and the whole Muslim regime. And the women had to cover their faces. They couldn't listen to music. The women stay at home, on and on. You know all about that stuff, and the Persian people didn't like that. So they wanted to be liberated. And you're right. You're absolutely right there, Troy. We're supposed to be liberating the people, but as it turns out, the Islamic regime has quite a bit of power in Iran, and it's not just a matter of bombing a little bit of stuff, but it's looking like almost like the Americans have to actually go boots in the ground to liberate the Persians from the Islamic regime. Is what it's turning out to be. So, like, that's kind of the story in a nutshell. And we're at that point in time where the Islamic regime, once they got battered a little bit, said, "Okay, well, you guys, we're going to basically mine the Strait of Hormuz and make sure that the oil tankers don't get through." And that whole thing has come up, and now you have ships, and oil prices are sky high. Ships aren't able to cross. Iran is saying, yeah, they'll let ships go through, but you're going to have to pay us a whole bunch of money, to kind of control that whole strait. And now you've got the Americans are like going in there full force and going, okay, we tried to negotiate with the Islamic regime. You cannot negotiate with a terrorist organization like that. They fund terrorism all over the Middle East, right? Money coming from Iran and from the Islamic regime. And, I'm not making this stuff up. This is just the way it is. Like, I've got friends that I talk to that are Persians living in Canada here now. I've actually been to Iran myself. I've lived in Iran, so I know exactly what it's like to live in Iran and what's happened to the country. And that's just basically it. In my mind, the Persians in Iran need liberation from the Islamic regime. And, that's my take on the whole thing. Other people may think, well, I think that the Islamic regime is good for the area there. They should still be in power, and they should still be running the show, and they should still be funding terrorism all around the Middle East there, So, you decide for yourself who's the good guy, who's the bad guy on that whole issue. Exactly. Let's see what Troy has to say on that one there. Protecting a country from nukes, but that country has nukes with no oversight. Yeah, exactly. Well, Iran is trying to produce a nuke. Maybe they already have a nuclear bomb. Maybe they have already, what would you call it? Taken the uranium material and, refined it to the point where they can make a nuclear bomb. Maybe they already have a nuclear bomb. I don't know. Nobody really knows because, they're just that kind of a country where they're trying to produce the nuclear bomb, and the rest of the world is going, no nuclear bomb. Stop the nuclear bomb. We don't want that. The worst thing in the world is to have the terrorists to have a nuclear bomb. We don't want that. So that's what the whole thing is about. And Israel knows that if Iran has the nuclear bomb, guess who the first country is going to be that gets a strike from the nuclear bomb? It might be Israel. It just might be Israel. And Israel buys a lot of weapons, is supplied with a lot of weapons from the United States. Where do you think they get their weapons from? And Israel is very liked by the United States, right? They have a good working relationship there. In fact, it's both the United States and Israel that are pounding Iran to try and get rid of that Islamic regime in Iran. Okay, so that's what that story is. I know a little bit about what's going on there because I've been following over a long period of time what's happening. And, my take on the whole thing is I remember what it was like when the Shah was running Iran and life was nice there. Life was great. People were drinking beer and people were smoking weed at the campus there at the university, and life was great, basically. But after the clampdown, holy geez, you couldn't even listen to music and stuff like that. And the women were wearing the burqa. They were pissed off, and, the rest is history. The rest is history. What can I say? We're not making this stuff up. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching. I think I'm going to take a break. It is now 11. I've been live for a while here. I don't even know where that counter is here. There used to be some kind of a counter on here that would say how long your broadcast is. Hang on. Let me see here. Oh, there it is. I had to make my screen go wider here to see the number. Oh, I pushed the wrong button there. 2 hours and 37 minutes I've been live. And have I gotten super chat? Does anyone see any kind of a super chat going by on my stream here? Come on, I didn't even get one super chat on the entire stream. Other people, they stream like, man, they do an hour stream and they get like super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat, and they only read their super chats. They don't even read anything else on their screen except their super chats. Me, I'm lucky if I get one super chat from Mama Red, or thank you very much, Mama Red. Or let's see, maybe I've gotten super chats from U-Haul, from Phoenix. Even got super chats from Brett. over a period of time there. Thanks a lot, Brett. Thanks a lot to anyone and everyone that has ever given me a super chat on the channel. Do appreciate that. Ayatollah, I don't recall ever getting a super chat from you. You got to share. Come on, share that welfare money. Get it out. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't like to call people out like that, because then they go, Tommy called me out, I'm not coming back anymore. But we do appreciate your company, though. Definitely, my chat covers the internet like a wet blanket, and I appreciate all of you. I don't care if you're Palestinian or you're Jewish or whatever. You guys need to get together, form some kind of a peace treaty where you're not fighting each other all the time, and just be nice to each other, And I give people mod wrenches in the chat there, because I like you, because you're a frequent flyer over here on the Tommy Temper Show, and I really appreciate that. It's like love and good times for everybody here. Tommy is going the Oreo way, and it's going to start asking for buy me a coffee every 30 seconds. Yeah, I know. I don't have buy me a coffee. All I have is the only way that I derive any kind of income on all of the social media thing. Well, I should say Facebook. Actually, to be honest with you, I make a pretty good coin on Facebook. Like Facebook is nice to me. In fact, better than YouTube. It's kind of funny about that, but hey, it's true, absolutely true, and it's really. Ayatollah says I enjoyed the wrestling. Hey, I appreciate that. I would really, really love to go on August the 14th. There's going to be a big wrestling match in Edmonton there at the venue that they were promoting, and I don't know if I'll go to that event. I have no idea, but I might very well go there. If I do go there, I'll see whether or not I can video that event, because in fact, if I do go, I'll have a stabilizer on my camera, the gyroscopic stabilizer, because I didn't have it with me, and I had that whole event, I was holding the phone in my frickin' hand, and my hand was about to fall off after that event there. If you're doing something for an hour holding your phone, it's frickin' ridiculous. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that, so I'm glad that you I should get permission and go inside. Yeah, absolutely. They probably would give me permission too, because I get some eyeballs on the event there, and they get more people doing their thing. Let's see what's happening. The Houthis claim strikes on 2 Saudi tankers in the Red Sea. What visuals show about recent damage to the U.S. military sites in the Middle East, because they've been damaged by Iran. 3 airports plan to ditch TSA agents amid a push for private security. Oh, that's interesting there in the States. Saudi Arabia's nuclear plans. They've got plans for nuclear power plants in the future. U.S. troops seriously wounded in recent strikes. They were flown to Germany for help. And that was Spin City News that was telling me about that one there too. What's this? Hitler's birthplace in Austria is now a police station. Wow, that's an interesting story. How the Trump administration, their nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia may work. Well, let's hope that it works, because if it doesn't work, they might be making a bomb, which we don't want that to happen. Oh, and we've got the Canadian wildfire evacuees outraged over lacking support and poor communication. Yeah, well, that's pretty much par for Canada. There you go. Rubio and Chinese diplomat make plans for Trump and Xi's Washington summit. So we've got that story coming up. And Danielle Smith said, model scout who connected women to Epstein is found dead in France. Oh, it's not Danielle Smith, but Danielle Siad, not said. So something going on there with that story. But the big one is the coveted U.S. nuclear deal coup for Saudi crown prince. So that's pretty good. Yeah, Trump has got a 50% tariff on Canada. what we know and what we know next. Because, yeah, Canada has tariffs on milk and dairy products and chickens and stuff like that, that they don't want American products being brought into Canada. And there's like 400% tariffs, up to 400% tariffs on stuff coming in from the United States. Trump doesn't like that at all. And, yeah, and then you've got Doug Ford banning U.S. booze coming into Ontario. So there you go. Ukraine's new military chief faces a monumental test. Firing of Ukraine's top general signals the end of an era. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting there. And there was also a person that was in charge of the drones and all that kind of stuff got fired. That was it. A Mexican town was known for lettuce. Now it's because of cyclospora. That's causing diarrhea and stuff like that. So people are like not buying lettuce and not eating lettuce that are coming from that Mexican town. See which 52 places to go. Yeah, where's a good place to go? Maybe Poland. Well, I don't know. It's pretty close to Russia. I don't know about Poland. Bangkok, though. Yeah, that might be a safer place to go for a little bit of a holiday. After decades of caution, Germany is shaking up how it makes weapons. And K-pop, hey, that's like the stuff that I'm drinking there. K-pop. Yeah, Japan's K-pop jeans hints of comeback after a months-long feud with its label. And Japan is startled by Prime Minister's grueling sleep schedule. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Talking about some guy in Japan sleeping. Iran's neighbors long for a deal, any deal. They want to end the war. Hey, how about that one? That's a good one. Let's end that war in Iran. That would be great. And with his latest threats, Trump signals to Iran that he is willing to escalate. So, everyone around Iran is like, no, we want a deal. We want a deal. Meanwhile, Trump is like, no deal. Let's bomb the hell out of them there and see what happens there. What to know about Ukraine's top general. That story is in there. Wartime rift in the Ukraine. That's been going on for a long time. The Ukraine is winning against Russia, and the Russians are going, oh, no more Amazon, no more berry, whatever. Trump threatened to strike the Pickaxe Mountain. Yeah, suspected Iranian nuclear site. There's that whole thing. What? Did they actually hit the Pickaxe Mountain there? Both Israel and the United States were supposed to be hitting that. Zelensky dismisses Ukraine's top general after protests. Yeah, that's a big one there. And water plants are under fire in the Gulf, and they're crucial to the civilians there. Yes, desalination plants are being struck by Iraq, which is going to hurt the civilians in the area. They're inside the fight to rid South Africa of black immigrants. What? What's that one about there? I haven't heard about that one. 3 myths fueling anti-immigration sentiment in South Africa. Well, we've heard about that one all the time. They don't like white people in South Africa. They've been, iffing off the white settlers there running the farms and stuff like that. They want everything to be black-owned, whatever. India's young protesters are bloodied but unbowed. Netanyahu ad uses a questionable tactic against bereaved rival. And France joins a global move towards restricting social media for children. And that same thing is happening here in Canada. We're doing that same thing where they're making it. In fact, it's already like that on Facebook, where you have to show your ID card and what your age is and shit like that. Iran's top diplomat says security gap may have led to strikes on the supreme leader. Oh, security gap. Yeah, I would say so. Definitely. Well, he's gone, so too bad, so sad. British politician Anne Widdecombe was murdered with a hammer, prosecutors say. 1,700 HIV treatment sites are closed after Trump aid cuts, a study finds. So those are the main stories here happening today. Hopefully you have a good day. I'm going to try and have a good day. I'm going to have a fun time. Hang on, where's my Alberta song? Alberta Freedom. We're still on the Alberta Freedom bandwagon here. Let's listen to this song on our way out.
In the shadow of the Rockies, where the wild winds blow, Albertans rise up, tired of the status quo.
Oh yeah.
Oil sands pumping black gold.
Listen to the
Beef
words.
on the grill so fine. Grain fields waving golden, canola blooming in the sunshine. But Ottawa's taking our billions, unfair equalization game, sending it east to Quebec while we shoulder
Quit
the
creeping.
blame. No more pipelines blocked, no more carbon tax chains. We're done with the feds breaking free from their reins.
Alberta freedom.
Ringing loud and true. Sovereignty calling.
Let's go.
Independence coming through.
We can do it.
No more woke liberalism, stealing our way of life.
Don't be surprised, Sandy. The only one kicked is Dean Wall for being an idiot. Doxing. Quit doxing. Tell Dean Wall to quit doxing. This is bad as Queenie. Forevermore.
From the prairie to the peaks, where the eagles soar high. We're sick of the traitors calling us traitors. That's a lie.
Oh, you got modded and then it got taken away? Oh, come on.
Pay, while they push their agendas, turning
That's
night
sad.
into day. Beef ranchers and farmers, grain silos stand proud. Oil rigs turning profits under Alberta's cloud. No more begging for ports, landlocked but strong we stand. We'll negotiate our future with the world in our hands.
That is terrible.
Alberta freedom, ringing loud and true. Sovereignty calling, independence coming through. No more woke liberalism, stealing our way of life. Albertans stand tall, cut loose from
I know. I don't like a lot of what Bullet says and does. Honestly, I don't. Bullets, you know that. That's why I don't want to be a mod in your chat. Just so you know. And you're walking a fine line over here. I don't like doxing. Crap like that. Forevermore.
They say it's illegal, but self-determination's all right. Like Ukraine from the Soviets, we'll fight through the night. No more sending our wealth to fund their endless schemes. Our pensions rising, fulfill
I like you, Deb.
dreams. Tired of the liberals, their rules and their games. Albertans awakening.
Frequent flyer. Deb's Crazy Daily. Check out your channel. If anyone has a channel and you want to promote your channel, type in !link right now so my bot can show your channel. Do it to it. Have some fun. We like promoting all small channels. Everyone should have lots of viewers out there. It is so hard. It is so hard to build up a YouTube channel, let me tell you.
Grazing free, oil sands fueling futures as far as
Yeah, Deb, I know that. I know what you're talking about. Kinna apologized to me, by the way. She came in my channel and apologized. Or no, it was in RV's channel. And RV had a meeting there with SW. They were live there. I was listening to a bit about that. What is it? SW told them, first of all, wash your laundry and then get a haircut. Whoa, what the hell's going on there? RV, you're slacking a little bit there. You got to make sure that laundry's washed and you're looking dapper, just like me, with a nice clean white t-shirt. Look at that, feeling good, nice and showered up, ready for a day of action. Thanks a lot, everyone, for tuning in. Without you, I wouldn't have a show. This show is all about you, for you. Maybe RV will tour Queenie's house. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Hey, Hey, I'm thinking about buying another house here in Sylvan Lake. I think I should go on a little RV tour of interior tour of some of those houses that are for sale in Sylvan Lake. What do you think? Maybe that might be a good thing. Hey, you guys have a good day. Take care. Stay out of trouble. And if you can't stay out of trouble, if you have a boy, name him after Tommy Temper. Okay? I'd appreciate that. Thumbs up. Bye-bye. Take care. See you later. Oh, I get now that I've had took that blood pressure pill, and now I can finally take a deep breath and relax.